We are live. When I say I ran out of work with the quickness, I ran out of work with the quickness. Okay. Sorry, buzz. I had to get out of here. Got some things I got to do. Actually, I made a run. There was a half off on a recreational and medical type of business. And I was like, all right, let me do some pre-ordering. Let me run and pick that up and get back home. I think I did pretty good.
That's wild because you never think about that, but like they'd be half off. Like I moved to AZ in Arizona, it's legal here, and it's not in Georgia where I'm from. And like just here, there's like billboards, commercials, they got radio spots, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is just another product. Like
exactly,
it's different than hit up your homie. Is completely different. So yeah, it's
part
cool.
of the economy now.
Yeah,
right. If we can tax it, we can push it.
Yeah, facts.
Well, I am Crunk Chocolate. I am here with the show bro Sharpie Charlie and our fantastic guest. I say this now, depending on how the match goes, my thoughts and opinions might change. We are here with Most Dope. You saw him on Breaking Bread a couple of days ago. It is Elijah Newsome. How's it going on? Welcome back.
Looked at the Newcastle lineup and I started to cry a little bit. My biggest fear we'll talk about it, but my biggest fear has come true. Not only is Dan Burns starting, but he's playing left wing back.
Oh, left wing back?
It does not look very aggressive, I will say.
Wow, that's crazy.
They're playing a back three. Like that's confirmed. Like unless it's either Dan Burns playing left wing back or Fabian Scher and Dan Burn are playing left and right back. That's what
Murphy's got to be playing right back, right? I mean, right.
Yeah, I think he's playing right wing back. Yeah, just the way it looks like it's being set up. So I
mean, the way you're talking about the squad. Let's just get this pull. Honestly, on a side note, I love when the teams we play retweet our lineup because that's like never a thing that Man City does. But whenever another team does it, it gives me a hearty chuckle because I'm like, why are you doing that? Why are you?
Newcastle does that for everyone. It's just common courtesy. I'm sorry that you guys have a bunch of apparently your social team are a bunch of assholes.
Yes, that is actually
thing that so many people do. Like,
just like, why am I seeing Man City's lineup on Newcastle's page? Oh, right, because you guys are that's your problem right there. Wrong mentality. Y'all trying to be champions now. Y'all can't be like sharing the other team like that. And
that's
obviously, what's up, Lando? You're a miss. Keep doing work. Jen. Hey, Jen.
Hello, Jen.
Yeah, let's get this Newcastle squad pulled up.
Oh yeah, you'll start laughing. I mean, it's good if you start at Isak and then work your way down. It's fine, but yeah, bro, AG10, get into it.
Oh, that's
going up the A right there.
Yeah,
the A with his little like Disney looking face.
Hey, Draco. Hey, put some respect on Draco. Draco Malfoy out here.
You know he's gonna be on some nonsense. You know he's gonna be on some nonsense.
We have to win foul somehow.
All right. So so you gave us a little bit on how you're feeling about the lineup. I guess other than Dan Burn at left wing back, why are you so like worried or tentative about the lineup?
Well, I mean, it's interesting because I think if it seems like Tino Livramento actually has a bit of an ankle injury that's going to keep him out. Anthony Gordon playing is a bit of a shock since he went down and they were poking his knee and all that kind of jazz and screaming and hollering. But he's fine. I think what's interesting here is that there's like two possibilities, every possibility just looking at the fact there's three center backs doesn't feel good. So, there's a world in which maybe it's a back four and Dan Burn and Murphy are right and left back, which actually probably wouldn't be that bad. Sure, whatever. Like I've seen Jacob Murphy play right back. It's not great.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever. But that means maybe Fabian Schär's playing as a holding midfielder, which he's done a couple times at Newcastle, but it's not great. He doesn't have the legs to kind of keep up with guys in the midfield, or it's this what I kind of teased earlier, which is this like back three situation with Dan Burn having to provide offense, which kind of feels like it's just a negative. Like everything down that left hand side is going to be just through Joe Willock, I guess, and Sean Longstaff and Isak. Maybe I have no idea. So it's just a little bit perplexing at the back of it. Dubravka in goal, that's nothing crazy. Longstaff, Bruno, Anthony Gordon, Willock, and even having Murphy out there isn't wild. It's just having Murphy out there with this sort of with the names surrounding him makes it seem like he's going to be playing like a right wing back role. And you know what? Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I have no idea what the formation would be that would make me like wrong about this being weird and unconventional for Newcastle. So I'm not even going to say I'm wrong. This is just going to be weird and unconventional.
Are you, Elijah, are you upset to see, not upset, but do you question Almiron and Miley being on the bench? Or do you think it like Eddie's plan is to like bring them on as subs, hopefully when the game's tight?
I mean, honestly, I don't really Almiron being on the bench, I'm not really upset about. I think probably the one because to me, there's not too much of a difference between him and Jacob Murphy, like as players. It's just from, they're both completely fine players that Newcastle would like to upgrade as soon as they can. That's just kind of how I feel about both players. Like they both have their flaws. Jacob Murphy, like he only scores bangers. Like he only can score from like long distance, and every other time he hits the post. And Almiron just refuses to use his right foot. So it's like, it's what it is on both of them. They have their flaws. I think what people are a little bit upset about is like Longstaff's had a pretty rough couple of matches, and I think now that you've got guys like Elliot Anderson back in the fold, Lewis Miley was playing well before Joe Willock came back from injury. It feels as if the Longstaff move in the midfield is really what is outside of course, the aforementioned Dan Burn fiasco stuff. But I think that's probably the one people are circling is like, this feels like a game in which you'd rather have Lewis Miley or Elliot Anderson in there. If Sean Longstaff's going to offer you nothing offensively, and you're going to also have Dan Burn playing as a left wing back, you're probably better off with literally anyone else in the midfield if you're that committed to not playing Lewis Hall, who, by the way, is a left wing back who's just sitting on the bench. So is what it is.
I just don't understand. Like, I'm sorry, it's a very unserious proposition to be in year 2 of this project now, and like Dan Burn is still the starting left back. Like it just like, why hasn't that been upgraded? Why hasn't there been a shift? Like, because we know him as a center back. Like that's what he was supposed to do, left-sided center back. But you're giving every team. Maybe it's like the Jedi Mantra, right? It's like, we know that this is like our weakness. Are you going to waste everything on one side, or like, are you going to play the whole pitch? Because if we know we can support it, that helps. But it's just like, do you want
the tactical answer, or do you want the what I think, or do you want both? Because I can give you both.
Let's give both. Give me your answer first, and then get the tactics.
Okay, so the tactical answer is, well, my answer is that I think Eddie Howe loves Dan Burn like too much. Like I think he, out of all the players, he has probably the longest leash. Like him and Trippier probably have the longest leash, and I think he trusts them. Like he demanded kind of that both of them be brought in. So there's just like a much longer leash for those two players in particular than anyone else. Like Almiron will get dropped to the bench, as you see. Like Murphy will get dropped to the bench. I mean, and Isak and Wilson, like if both of them are available, it is literally like who is better. Like right now, that's who plays. And with Burn and Trippier, it feels like the only way they're not playing is if they're injured. So I think Eddie Howe just has an obsession with them. Tactically, you can make the argument that like in possession or like Dan Burn, he doesn't play as a left back. It's not arguable. It's just kind of what Newcastle have been doing this season in particular. And it's kind of how it's always been. He'll shift and it'll be sort of like a back three, and it allows Trippier to do a bunch of different things. So there's been some matches where there's a match where Lewis Miley's playing as a 6 for the first time. So Trippier just tucked inside and played alongside him in the midfield. And then other times, it's interesting because Trippier will be the actual width down that right-hand side because Almiron's tucking in and playing more like a secondary striker, an inside forward, like something like that. And so that's the tactical reason, is that Dan Burn allows you to quickly shift into that back three. But it's also a really kind of, I don't know, it's a kind of dumb reason when it's like every single time he gets subbed off for like Tino Livramento, the offense looks good, or if not better. So it's like, it's kind of you're stuck to this sort of system. You don't have to be, we don't have to do that if we don't have. But it's weird because Newcastle have been pretty open about they want another left back, and they just haven't bought one besides Lewis Hall, who they just refuse to play. So there you go.
Okay.
Also, what's up, Tarek? How's it going, homie?
It's all good, man. Slow start to the morning. Looking for City to kick up the fireworks, so it'll kick off for me. But yeah, it's all good. Glad to be here.
I had no idea Terry was there. That's scary, actually. Like, I did not see him pop up. I heard like, "What's up, Terry?" I looked in the chat and I was like, he didn't comment anything.
Let's get Newcastle off so we can talk about Manchester City. Ortega, Moreno, Walker, Kanji, Diaz, Martial, Rodri, Kovacic, Bernardo, Foden, Daku, and Haaland. Tarek, we'll start with you. When you saw this lineup, if I assume you've seen it before, if this is the first time you've seen it.
No, it's all good. You haven't seen it.
So what thought come to mind when you see it?
I think it is probably what you would expect. I'm glad to see Alvarez get a rest. I'm glad that Grealish is back on the bench, but not in the starting lineup. Don't rush him. Allow him to work himself up, because again, we've seen him, that injury recur. So I'm glad to see him back, which means he can get some minutes today. He'll have the international break, and he'll be ready for Arsenal potentially. So that's a good thing to see. So all in all, I think this is about our strongest lineup that you would expect in this matchup. Again, you could say Ake or something like that, but there's no surprises to me. I think it almost picks itself.
Okay, well, let's stay here, obviously, but Sharpie, no KDB. Does that worry you? Do you think he's rested because Pep
said he got hurt?
Beat him? Right? Oh, did he? I missed.
Didn't he say he had a small injury? Now the question is, how severe is the injury? It's, the timing of the international break is great, so he gets the rest. I suspect that there's probably what they call it, niggles or whatever. I suspect he's got a little bit of a knock, but the biggest thing is making sure he's good for Arsenal. So I think if we needed him, he could play, but we don't need him. We don't anticipate needing him, let's say it that way. And it's more important for him to get his rest ahead of the Arsenal match. And it also keeps him out of, this is being selfish, right? It keeps him out of going with Belgium. So I'm all good with that.
The Belgium news is how I heard he was hurt before I heard anything from City. It was like, Kevin De Bruyne is going to miss, international duty. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. That's good, actually.
And let's be honest, it's the same thing that Ben White is doing with Arsenal. I don't care about their arguments or whatever with the staff. No, he just wants to be healthy for the City match. So it is what it is.
As he should. Like, you got to prioritize the big one. Like, it's the biggest. Liverpool was the biggest match of the season last week, and then we come to the end of the month, Arsenal was the biggest match of the season. But to your question, like, this sounds really bad, but like, we played half a season without Kev. So this is not, our first go around. He's not the only creator on the team. Like, Phil is in truly like best 11 of the season form this year. So, and Haaland's healthy. Like, would I love to see Kev on the pitch? Of course. But him not being there, just like Grealish not being there, like, I have faith in Daku. I was watching the highlights they were showing on ESPN of like how Daku literally almost came on and won the game last week. Like, we know what he can do. And if it's Jacob Murphy or whoever, I'm going to take Daku on that 1v1. I will say I'm happy that it looks like it's going to be a straight up 4-2-3-1. Like, I don't see, obviously, Walker pushing up into midfield. I don't see, like, a Kanji could do it, and maybe he will. Maybe that's the play, right? You have Walker, Diaz, Vardiol, and then a Kanji pushes up beside Rodgers so that Kova can go up, especially with Newcastle playing a back five. You want that extra body in midfield to like try to start breaking those lines down. So as soon as I said it, I talked myself out of it. So it's definitely not going to be. We're going to have the ball too much. Like if Newcastle played a different system, like if they went just like with a 4-4-2, I think then we would stay with a back four. But there is going to be a 70-30 possession game at the minimum. We know how this. We've seen this story before, and so it's just like, will we get hit on the counter? I love the pace of Walker, Kanji, and Vardiol supporting Diaz. Like, you know, you have your probably your three fastest defenders on the pitch at the same time. And so that's going to be really important with Isak and, you know, Draco coming at us.
I love it. Well, Elijah, seeing this lineup compared to yours, did it stress you out more seeing City's lineup that we're not necessarily like, yes, KDB's off the pitch, but it's still a pretty strong starting 11.
I mean, I wasn't expecting anything different. If you want to ever, you know, experience comedy, you can go to Newcastle Facebook or honestly, any fan base's Facebook groups are like full of the most just delusional, like they live on a different planet altogether. It's insane. And someone was like, "Oh, Pep must be scared. He didn't see this lineup coming." And it was like the Newcastle lineup. And I was like, "Did you look at City's lineup? Like, like it's very good. The only like you said, the only notable absence is really KDB, and it's like you already discussed, that's injury or keeping him out of international duty, whatever you want to call it. But I was always expecting a strong lineup because the FA Cup, you know, teams care about it. Obviously, you know, EFL Cup, you might still be this late in the tournament getting some rotation from some of the teams that can afford to do it, but with the FA Cup, bro, this is a trip to Wembley on the line. So you got to take it seriously. It's another piece of hardware to add to the trophy cabinet, which y'all might need to order a new one because you're so damn full. And so of course y'all was gonna take it seriously. We'll see how it goes though. It's been it's been a weird day for FA Cup already. So anything can happen. But I'm not confident of a Newcastle win, and I wasn't confident Wednesday. So it doesn't change.
Can we speak about that? Because I literally left after Wolves scored at 2-1, like, okay, it's extra time, 9 minutes, but like they're gonna defend, and then I get out of class, I'm like, wait, what just happened? How?
Yeah.
Who? What?
American legend Haji Wright.
Haji Wright, the GOAT. Love Haji.
Yeah.
Big Haji out there. Elliot Sims and Haji Wright making things happen.
Oh, wow. I'm watching it now. Yeah, I just saw how Wolves got into it, just Coventry being silly.
Yeah, it's
terrible clearance.
Wow.
Yeah, they're like, on the ESPN broadcast, they're showing all the action from earlier, and it's, I don't know. That's why I'm like, anything can happen. It's very weird. So
that's
sure.
who Newcastle needs to go get, Elijah. Go get Al Nouri. Like, he's a baller at left back.
Oh, he is,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He'd
be affordable. I think he'd be affordable, too.
Yeah, I
he's
think
not
so
having
too.
the best season, and Wolves also could use any money.
Yeah.
They're not in a good spot. They're not in a good spot at all.
It'd be interesting to see, like, what, I don't know. I'm curious. There's been some more names linked for like sporting director stuff, so it seems like at least Newcastle are going to actually try to get one instead of just letting Eddie Howe buy whoever he wants and buy all his friends. So that's a positive, I guess. So we'll see.
Oh man! Shout out to Coventry City. I definitely want to play them in the semifinal.
Oh, 1,000%.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see anybody else. I don't want to see Liverpool again. Don't want to see Chelsea again. Just please give me Coventry City, Lord. Please.
I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea loses. Like straight there. Like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this is this Chelsea team week to week. I have no idea what they're going to do, and so I wouldn't be surprised if they lay an egg.
They're maddening.
Especially after having a good week beforehand, they're definitely down to just completely regress, which would be funny. So I'm for it. Sure, whatever.
At home, Leicester comes in like, "Hey, we're coming back," kind of whoop some ass.
Yeah.
I love that, actually.
So, Elijah, how about this before we get to kickoff?
Yeah.
What, and this is going to be a crazy question, but what would be best for the current like mentality and state of Newcastle? Would it be you guys beating us, or would it be losing? Because if you win, I assume everybody kind of starts like feeling. Yes, there's only so much you can do with the season, but I feel like that adds more pressure on the club. Like you have to win the cup now because that's basically all you have any chance for any trophies this season. Whereas if you don't beat City, you're not really expected to beat City. It kind of keeps things where it's going, and you can kind of just focus on finishing the season strong.
Newcastle fans always want a cup. Like the last time they won one was the Ferris Cup in 1954. When I'm not sure if what you could see, like I've seen the highlights. Like the full game is on. It's on YouTube, and it's like grainy footage. Like I don't even know if Newcastle fans like. I would say like if Newcastle don't win a cup soon, they're gonna get the same level of slander Spurs get for having not won anything in forever. Because it's literally it's the truth. So I think like Newcastle fans want to win regardless. Even if, like I said, I mean the odds are not in their favor. You still have the Newcastle fans on Facebook who wholeheartedly believe that like Eddie Howe's, gonna pull one over on Pep and surprise him with this weird lineup, and that's going to be the key to victory. And sure, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But every season, if Newcastle make it past the initial stages of a cup competition, it's like win this cup or nothing. Like it doesn't matter what the cup is, EFL Cup, preseason cup, whatever. Like they want silverware of any kind.
And is this still the record where like Eddie Howe hasn't beaten Pep? Is that still true?
I think so, yeah, because I think we've only drawn
the draw was September, yeah.
Oh, actually, no. Didn't we beat you guys in the EFL Cup?
Oh, that's right. It ended. That's right. Okay, yeah. EFL. I'm sorry.
But I mean,
gotta count all the matches. Yeah.
But it also tells you exactly what we were saying earlier. Is like, I mean, people aren't. They don't. It's like it was like two youth teams basically going at it during the EFL Cup, and I think we might have subbed on Bruno or something at the end. But like, it was like y'all had a rotated side, we had a rotated side. It was just like it was like a Tuesday night. Everyone's like, it's cold, let's get this over with, and it was like 1-0 or something like that. Like it wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
It counts though.
Okay, so you got one. Yeah, hey, it counts. All wins matter.
Yeah. ESPN showing it as a back five with Isak and Gordon playing as strikers. So
and that's hilarious because One Football showed Schär as the right back and Byrne as the left back. So
I know.
I would assume ESPN would be more accurate considering they're kind of watching. Watching.
Yeah, and it's all a guessing game until everyone lines up and you kind of get a couple like 2 minutes in. So we'll see. But yeah, dude, I'm not looking forward to it. I guess for y'all, if you win FA Cup but don't win the league, how does the City fan base view that?
Excuse me?
If you win, if you win the FA Cup and don't win the league.
Nah,
but we're going to win the Champions League at least, right?
Of course, we the league first, but I take all trophies. FA Cup is good. We don't have as many of those, so I'll take a FA Cup, but definitely want to win the league.
It makes the graphics look more even, right? Because it's definitely unbalanced. Yeah, I only got two of them.
Right? How the graphic looks is wild. We trying to get to that level where our trophy graphics look unbalanced. We need to add some more in the area. Just pick a trophy to add to even things out.
Honestly, I would trade no FA and no PL for the Champions League solely to like equal what Sir Alex Ferguson won at Man United. Like people love to talk like he was just dominant in Europe. Like you won one in 98 or 99 and one in 2008. Great. What if we do back to back? Never did that. Like I just want to have every bragging right over Man United.
Do they only
possible.
have two?
They have three. They got one with like when the European Cup, like Bobby Charlton and those boys.
I thought they had
three. They had three overall, but only two Champions League trophies that Ferguson won. So like, but he never went back to back. Only people that's gone back to back is Real Madrid. I was looking at the graphic the other day.
Did Barca do it back to back too, or just Real?
Really? Just Real. Yeah. And so like it's hard, and so to do that,
but he's never won four. And they never won 4 PLs in a row either. So
Well, damn. Look at us. Embarrassment of riches. Score predictions. What y'all got? I'll go first. I got City 2-0.
I got City, maybe 4-5, 5-0,
Oh.
something like that.
Oh,
No,
Wow.
no, I mean in reality, I
Whoa.
do think it will be like a 3-0. Like I don't see enough in the attack for Newcastle to make any noise. And the defense has been fine, but if anyone can break down a defense, it's City. So I think once the first one's there and Newcastle start to chase, because it's not a league match. Like you gotta once you're down, you have to try to get back in it some way, shape, or form. So once Newcastle start to open up, City are just gonna slice them up, I think, and then it'll be like a quick 3-0 before we know it. And we're gonna be sitting here at a halftime just chatting.
What you got, Terry?
I would say I would have said 2-0 as well, but I'll go 3-1 just to mix it up.
Okay.
Daku already getting busy. Okay, Daku. So come here. Let's run at these boys. Let's do a quick minute check. Let me know when y'all get to a minute. I'm trying to see the delay.
Okay. I just got to a minute. I'm just again.
Okay.
I'm goated at
1 minute.
at my internet.
1 minute.
Oh, I'm the slow one now. Fine.
So yeah, I think I'm like 4 seconds behind Elijah.
1
maybe
minute.
2 seconds. Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Like 2 seconds ahead of Crunk, and looks like 12 seconds ahead of you, Sharp.
Yeah. I'm excited to live in the past. That's how I feel. Like this is Tenet. This is time travel right now. Like
Yeah, no. The last time we did it, that was I think we do this during the I think we did it during the 3-3 game. It was like crazy,
Yeah.
and it was just cool seeing what was happening and then waiting for y'all to react because that was a wild game.
It was a wild game. I hated it.
It was like 3-1. I think it was 1-0, then it was 3-1, and then y'all came back and scored 2, and it was 3-3. It's a fun one.
Yeah, one of those early games that did not make people happy because people were panicking like it was the end of the season. Okay,
Yeah.
Carl Walker.
Okay.
They picked at the end of the season for all that to still win the league, and then Newcastle to turn out to be like absolutely gassed that season.
Big ups to the 69 people viewing on Twitter, and I don't know how many people on YouTube.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Spending your Saturday with us. Morning or afternoon, wherever you are.
Well, I'm trying to be his KDB. Didn't work.
Okay, Daku to Holland. Ooh, Holland trying to play a through ball. That was fun. I like it.
I still don't. The delayed offsides thing still throws me off. If it's obviously off, just blow the whistle.
Also, you'll see this. There's a shot they have of De Bruyne and at like on the bench or like in the stage or something. And for a split second, I was like, "Bro, that's Ron Weasley." And so we got a whole Harry Potter.
We ain't doing that. That you just upgraded Ron Weasley and downgraded Kevin. Like that's not what we're gonna do.
Bro, I'm telling you, the side profile was crazy. I was like, "Yo, that's wild."
Yo, Kev with the flow is just beautiful, man.
Yeah,
everybody should grow their hair out when they get injured. Man, it's really out here now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Botman
so
should have got that denial of goal scoring opportunity early on.
Because it's Haram.
Can we get that dog so early on?
Look at that. A card
go down to 10 men and blow this game wide open. Let's go.
That would make my heart smile.
Y'all might not see me for the second half, not because I wouldn't like y'all. It'd be because at that point I might as well just start doing my chores,
right?
Going to run my errands.
I wouldn't blame you actually. Nah, ain't nothing to see here, bro. We're not gonna score. I was surprised y'all pressed so early though. That was interesting. I was like, oh, so they're not just gonna sit back. That's
yeah,
cool.
I didn't think they'd like sit back all the way, but I did feel like you're leading yourself to not do much in attack when you have. And it is looking like that's what it is. Dan Burn playing left wing back.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. And maybe it kind of will fix itself if he's sort of staying back and Jacob Murphy's just the only one bombing forward. But I see him up there ruining attacks with his giraffe-like figure. So he's up there.
Yeah. Bad ball. That ball was out.
Up.
Okay. Oh wow.
You can't stay down when it's in our defensive third.
Okay, I need to apologize to Jacob Murphy because I didn't know he had that pass in his locker.
I know, right? That was a little scary for
I'm
a
seeing
second.
it now. Wow.
You
Yeah.
know, like,
I like when they keep doing that. That's great. I'm like, ooh, I'm excited to see what happens. That was a great
Right.
cross.
Right?
Yeah.
It technically feeds what Eddie Howe's trying to do if you can get, because that's really what anyone needs to try to do against Man City is snatch and create a chance out of nothing. And if you can do that, you're getting there.
They're going to run themselves in the ground, though, trying to press as hard as they are
Oh, 1,000%.
all across the pitch. It's unsustainable against us because we can keep the ball too well. They're not going to get the chances to rest on offense.
Oh, Bernardo. Okay. Oh.
Oh, that ended quickly. Sucks. So disheartening. Drive.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna log back in and see if I can catch up to y'all because this.
Oh,
Oh, you didn't see the
3-0
goals we scored
Kansas
real
City,
quick?
Portland. Damn, Kansas City.
It's funny because you said you were about to log back in, and I said, "What? You didn't see those 3 goals we scored real quick?" And then you said 3-0 Kansas City.
Oh yeah.
oh, Kansas City's up 3? Oh,
Yes. Whooping ass at home.
Whoa.
Taking
Is there
names.
such thing as a new stadium effect? You know, they get the new
I guess
manager
so.
bounce, and
Yeah.
the new stadium
I think
bounce.
so.
I mean, you got to. You got to. You got to win at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, get those 3 points. I ain't mad.
Crowd's got to be crazy.
All that city knows.
Oh,
is
good
winners
ball.
I'm excited for Angel City, their first match tomorrow against I gotta cheer against Dana Castellanos on my first match as an Angel City FC fan. Pain.
Dang.
now. Oh damn. Yeah, dude.
Pain. Oh.
Bad ball, Roger. Ugh.
That looks big in that big old puffy trench.
I don't think I caught up too much. I just got a 7. This sucks.
Oh, is that a Dragon Lee mask? Shout out to that dude.
Honestly, Eddie Howe might be onto something. Just you take like your fastest player and just stick him on Doku. Doesn't matter what position he plays. It's not really working, but it kind of. I mean, he's like one of the only people that's like shoulder to shoulder with Doku. That's this season. I'm like,
Yeah, was able to run with him.
yeah, that's
And
a
the-
good ball too.
God
The
damn.
thing is, how long is he going to be able to do that? Because in the end, he is a midfielder. He's going to want to get up in there and play. He can't get too far away from Doku. So it's like, what is he going to do?
At that point, you just sub him off for anyone else. I think it's just like you limit it as much as you can.
Oh,
that turn by Phil was just gorgeous.
oh
My
my
word.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay.
We're running.
Wow.
Making things happen.
Wow. That was a great
Bad ball. Bad. Okay, thanks.
Right?
Thank you, Akanji. I'm wearing your shirt
Come
for a
on,
reason, my boy.
Doku.
Mm-hmm.
This is very frantic.
Ah!
Bruno, goodness me.
Oh, he
Doku-
trucked
Ooh.
Rodri.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's offside. That's offside.
yeah, it's offside, but hey, yeah, we need to put some respect on Bruno G's name now.
Oh yeah,
I
he hit that stiff
Oh.
arm.
Yeah,
Get off me.
That's
Pep
that.
just told me before the
And
match.
who's down? Is that him down?
yeah.
Who, Roger still?
No,
No,
Bruno.
Bruno.
He hit that stiff arm, but now he hurt himself.
I see him.
He'll be all right.
Oh, now I see it.
He'll be fine.
Did anyone see the Pep Bruno embrace before match?
See, I'm gonna need you to stop.
How did it look?
I'm
Oh, I didn't see the embrace. I thought you were talking about the
Foreshadowing?
comments.
No,
on
I'm
that
the
asking.
page.
No, I'm
That's
asking.
love.
No, it's not. So, because I actually, you know how I feel, because people were thinking that we were getting Bruno Paqueta, but I recently did a poll. I was like, hey, we're not going to be able to get both of those. They're both 26, and I feel like the way that team is going, we need one younger midfielder, and that's half the reason why my Musiala was running. Also, I would rather have Musiala than those two.
Did you see Holland right there just pointing? Play the ball.
Just hit it. Just space, any of it. Yeah, I think Pep was letting Bruno know that they're not going after him in the summer. I think, he had to let him know the bad news.
Oh, wow. I will say, as much as the logic you have makes a lot of sense, there is a like everything I'm seeing. It's like all the guys you are linked to are all like, it's like they're also linked to Kimmich, who's like even older.
Ew.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Plus,
I don't want to.
If I remember correctly, Newcastle has to sell players because of their financial position. Is that?
Yeah.
So if we can get Bruno at a discounted rate because they're desperate to get rid of people, then I mean that's a hard thing to pass up.
Yeah, I mean we'll see. I think part of it is like Bruno's got a release clause, so I mean it's 100 mil, but that's if you got it like that ain't nothing to you. But but so we'll see. But yeah, I mean, and also with the new adapted like financial stipulations, it feels like there's a little bit more wiggle room. But I do think Bruno is probably one of the first to go, just because his value is peaking right now. I think Isak could be sold in the future and all that kind of stuff. But also I don't know if it's a Newcastle thing or they just really like Trippier, but they wouldn't let him go to Bayern unless it was for like 30 mil, which is insane because he's 31. So is what it is.
Hey, so okay, so Bayern who have it like that, but you can understand why they don't want to pay the money. But for us, you're like, hey, pay $100 million. Like
I'm just saying. I'm saying. Yeah, and I was. Yeah, my point was way more so like the like Newcastle won't sell them at that much of a discounted rate. They're still going to try to maximize the value because they're not really coming up on like the. Oh wow.
Okay.
In sync.
Let's go.
I just love you all singing. Like he said, oh wow. We see what happens. This is great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bernardo.
He said, "Oh wow," and then you see the kick, and you're like, "Is it going to end up in the back?" Ah!
Yeah. Okay, that's a tidy 10 minutes.
And that was a very, what? I actually picked Bernardo Silva to be like on the city web, on the app or whatever. I think I picked Bernardo to score the first goal, but I don't think I expected it like that. It was a pretty big deflection, right?
Yeah.
Definitely big deflection.
I didn't expect that kind of goal, but hey, they all count the same. Like you said, we'll take it.
I'm actually trying to see where was he going.
But see, you notice the difference. Last time he had that move, he tried to pass it. This time he at least went for the shot. And shoot, man. Good things happen when you go towards the net.
Crazy deflection.
Was it off the left back? Was that off Dan Burn?
Yes, it's always off Dan Burn.
Thank you, Dan Burn. Big legs. Thank you, long legs. Big leg Burn. My boy. Love that guy. He's a city legend to me.
I can't even get too mad at him because he made the block like he knew he was supposed to do, but it's just too easy to blame everything on him.
Somebody's got to be the scapegoat. Okay, somebody's got to be the one I laugh at, and it's Dan Burn. I think it's because his name is Dan Burn. Like 2 syllables. It's crazy. Like
he burned like
7 letters, 2 syllables.
Bernardo.
Can I get in on the Bruno discussion real quick? Because y'all were talking. I wanted to get my thoughts right. There's a world where City sell Bernardo Silva, which could always happen, right? It can happen any summer. If he actually goes, I think you can get Paquetá and Bruno, because Bruno would be what we want to be, that either Rodri sub or co CDM, and then Paquetá replaces Bernardo up front. So we can get one of each. It's not crazy to think we're gonna get a CDM and a more of a cam, more of an 8-6 or 8-10. So I'm here for it. Okay, let's run out. That's fun. Hey,
At least they
Cobra.
played it into his path. I appreciate that.
Oh, that was fun. Does that count on a shot on goal? Please count as a shot on goal. Come on,
Oh.
FanDuel, help me out.
Come on,
Did
FanDuel,
the
help me out.
keeper catch it?
The keeper caught it. His foot, Holland's foot,
Yeah, it
kicked the
should
ball
be-
to the keeper. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a
the
save.
criteria.
It's a save, yeah.
It counts as a save. It should, yeah. Because if he's not there, it's a goal.
That's a bad ball by Akanji there. That straight, that flat pass there. Be careful.
Man, I can't believe we only have
Wait,
one.
which
match.
ball? That ball? I like that ball.
Kind of a square ball. It
Yeah, the
didn't
one he
matter.
played to
Yeah,
Elijah.
but it was.
It
It was
didn't
didn't
matter,
think
but
so.
it was. It's the kind of balls where like you keep doing that, it's bound.
It's a matter of
You're
time.
gonna get
Yeah.
caught. Yeah.
You don't play that square ball like that.
I like Ortega playing that ball into space. Like, give Holland a chance.
Yeah,
Just see
exactly.
what happens. And
Exactly.
then we can set up our defense.
Mhm.
It's a perfect play every time. And tire out their center backs. Like, make them run.
Exactly. Facts.
Great ball by Kova, though. Oh, the look. He touched it. Let's see. Let's see if FanDuel wants to agree with me.
You just need one shot on goal.
For Holland, yeah, I did 3 shots. I did Holland, Daku, and Foden to all have 1 shot on goal.
Oh,
So,
good.
Ah!
They did
that's
not count
ugly.
it. That's okay, though. Okay, long game.
Oh wow, goodness me! just
Oh my! Ooh!
bleeding out, guys.
Yeah.
That might have been Cher, actually. That might have been Cher.
Whoa,
Woo.
great hand, Ortega. That guy's good. He's gonna be somebody's number 1 next year.
And he
Yeah,
blew
yeah,
the
my boy.
he acknowledged.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah.
Play
Yeah.
on. Play on, but God, how do you?
Holy, oh my god! Straight red? What the hell?
You're right.
man?
You're right, Elijah. This is funny.
Oh, he gave him
I
a yellow.
heard it, but it
Yeah,
They couldn't
Oh, it
prepare
was
me
Cher.
for
he
it.
said play on. It was an obvious yellow card, if not
Yeah.
more.
Ref, right? Like, what are you doing, my boy?
Roger, too much.
I love
I
how
don't
Cher
care.
points immediately at the ball, like I got the ball. Like everyone saw that.
You see it?
You
See
took
it's moving?
down Thor.
It's moving.
Yeah.
It's
I got ball.
moving.
Dog, what?
Oh, my
I don't
God.
know. It's
I mean,
just
well,
like-
actually, he did get the ball.
he got the ball. It's just it was reckless, just like
It's
how
just
you
a
get
lot.
it.
But see, there's a world where like that. I get his point though.
I get his
Like,
point.
that shouldn't
too.
be a yellow.
That's old school football. That's
It's just like
And
basketball.
the follow
You
through
can-
wasn't
you can-
nasty. It wasn't a
you can
nasty
get him with
follow-through,
underneath.
though.
You can
Yeah.
get him with the body underneath.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
same thing. You
Yeah.
got the ball, but you took him out physically to get to the ball. So get
Game's
off me.
dead.
Get off me.
Game's dead.
I mean, that's how it's being called. And I think, yeah, like 4 seasons ago, as long as you got the ball, it's like, all right, yeah, whatever. But now refs are it makes sense when they're doling out these fouls because it's like, okay, yeah, you got the ball, but you took out his back leg in order to get the ball. So
Yeah. It reminds me of that save that Clarence Ederson made in the match recently, where he beat. Was that a Liverpool match? He beat somebody to the ball, but like he got him, but it was like they didn't call a yellow because he got the ball. I don't know. It's interesting. Like you can, it's really subjective. So
Yeah.
some refs will see it as a foul, some
And-
refs won't.
and keepers get the benefit of the doubt. Like so many
Yeah.
I mean, and because like they are putting their body on the line. Like I've literally seen like there was an MLS keeper. I think it was MLS last year where like a keeper went for it. It might have been, I think it was MLS and like legitimately like broke his neck or something on the pitch. It was wild. They had to like get him off. But so it's like I understand them getting the benefit of the doubt because they're putting their entire body on the line. Also, Jin in the chat saying teams go at Holland like that because he's so huge.
Yeah.
That might be true, but I will say Newcastle goes at everyone like that because
Equal opportunity.
that's the equal opportunity. That's the club mentality, and it's been that way beyond Eddie Howe. Like Newcastle fans just love violence. I guess I don't know.
Y'all wear those stripes for a reason, you know. Like
Yeah.
them, like your prison
That's
mate.
lit, Sharpie. That's Sharpie. That's lit.
We are a bunch of thugs out there. That's all I
Yeah.
see.
Also, if you're
Goons.
watching,
Newcastle gonna be the new thugs when you pull up the news and be like, these Newcastle fans in Detroit looting. What's you gonna say now?
That's all you gotta say. It's Newcastle fans, and people be like, "Oh, I know what you're saying."
Yeah.
Good tackle, Roger. Oh, try to do a
if
little quickie.
you're watching on Twitter, go ahead and just retweet. It's right on the screen. You can just hit it and retweet that you're watching us right now. You're enjoying us. Let's get this number up. We got plenty of time.
20 minutes
you're
in,
watching
first
on
corner for Newcastle.
YouTube, if you're on Twitch,
I will say,
hi, hello, appreciate you, thumbs up, likes, all those things. Sorry, Elijah.
I was just gonna say all the Newcastle fans are agreeing with Sharpie. They're just like, never yellow in my book.
It wasn't a yellow. Like, hey, it's physical games, contact sport. Okay.
I will
This
say
is tennis.
we've jumped into conspiracy. They want Pep to win another one because Cher got booked this early, so now we have to play with the center back on a yellow card because they want Man City to win another FA Cup. Nothing to do with the fact that nothing to do with the fact that we have Dan Burn playing left wing back. That's certainly not it.
No. Nope.
I feel like they love Dan Burn. I think it's the fact that he shouldn't be a left back is why they love him at left back.
I need Holland to seal that when he's got that
got
that man boxed out. You just got to seal him there. You can't let him come over top of you.
Elijah, y'all going man v man in the press?
Yeah, at times.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. That's good. I mean, smart. Just everybody knows that's the best way to get at City. Okay. Let's move on.
Yeah, I mean, also there's been when Dan Burn when he first was playing left back when they brought in Botman. What was appealing was that he was still somewhat athletic enough so that like it was just a different type of like defender you had out there because he was so long and so lanky. So these wingers would try to dribble past him instead of trying to just run past him, and he just like get a leg out at the last second and be able to make a tackle. It was cool. It was like a really weird, like, okay, this is working for him for some reason. But then this season, it's just been like he's regressed physically, and everyone else has figured out that you can simply just run past him, and there's nothing he can really do about it. So, again, it was cool at first, but I think now you got to start thinking about what else you have in the tank. And again, like Newcastle have openly shopped for left backs. It's just so much lower on the priority list behind, like, oh, let's get in a winger. Let's get in a center back is probably going to be a bigger priority than bringing a left back right now, et cetera, et cetera. That's just how the club has prioritized the position, is that they're like, we feel like we're fine there. And it's the least important position for us to strengthen at this time. We'll see. And Tino Livramento being able to play both sides does help when they actually play him,
Oh, where is he at again?
He's here at Newcastle. He picked up a knock in the Chelsea match. So
that's what I meant. Is he hurt or?
Yeah.
I
Is Trippier out for the season, Elijah?
No, Trippier's just out until the end of the international break.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little more pace on that ball, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, Callum Wilson might as well be done for the season. His hamstrings are dry rubber bands, so
they are always. He needs a little bit more body fat.
Yeah,
too muscular. No protection. Tarek, you made a great point. It was nice to see Doku play the ball, like learning on the fly. Like, just put the ball out there, like. Let the big man run.
I think he could have had a little bit more pace on it, and maybe would have ended up with a different result. But still, I like the vision. Right now, it's just about continuing to work on the execution of it. But I mean, the ball got there.
Vardiol's ball in the folding was just beautiful. Whoa, okay, he wasn't doing that in September. Like, that ball would have been mishit.
Yeah,
love the progression.
Right, progress.
Wow.
And even
little damn.
What you said about Vardiol and his progress, it reminds me of a video I saw a couple months ago with Daku with the Belgian national team. They were doing like a drill, like a shooting drill, and Daku was going against another teammate. I don't remember who it was, but he won. And when he won, he went, Man City. It was just like, oh, he's all in. And the fact that he's kind of, I feel he's giving Man City kind of credit to like the practices and what they work on and stuff like that. I loved it. I was like, all right, he's all in on here. And we're seeing the growth with him. He's had to press. We've seen him progress with that, and we've been on him kind of on his running and trying to distribute the ball. That's kind of been a struggle. We're seeing it in real time. He's getting there. It's all a process.
But it's weird because they've got him inverted in, so into that mid, kind of more like an attacking midfield role instead of playing out wide the whole time.
Thank you.
I think they're trying to get instead of him trying to take on people, is like just add another number in the middle. Since they have those 3 center backs, make it like 3v3 in a way. Try to make them have to actually like give Holland some space.
Well, and that's smart. Oh, what were you about to say?
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say that's smart to do with Yaku because when he's out wide, everybody just double teams him, gives him like the Saka treatment, and that seems to shut him down. If you put him in the midfield, it kind of makes the team have to make a choice where he can go out wider and start attacking people, or he can do kind of a 1-2 lay it off, and they can hit it wide and let him run into space. It's a good adjustment. Right.
Yeah, he skied it.
Yeah. But hey, we know he can get that shot on target, so I'm not mad at it at all. It's like when Kevin shoots, like, okay, please keep shooting. All right. Halfway through the first half, looking good so far as we expected. Let's check the stats out. Because I feel like City always has the ball, per usual.
Yeah. Also, if I were Newcastle, I think the one thing that's really been working for them is just it's Jacob Murphy. I don't know how he's found so much space, but he's like literally always open. I have no idea what's going on there, but like all of the best chances have come from him. So curious to see if there's an adjustment there, if we see a little bit more coming down the right hand side instead of just some of these generic sort of over the top balls. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of having Daku so far inverted.
Yeah.
That first line of, oh, come on.
Oh, ref.
It's got to be yellow, but it's all it could be is a yellow.
He was like 2 seconds away from passing the ball. Oh, man. Oh, wow. That was gorgeous. And that's what I was talking about.
Hey, Jen, that's what I said. I said, it's not just Holland. Anyone can get the smoke. we taking everybody out.
It's just, he's a big dude, and Daku's kind of small, so the arms are up around his neck area. Yeah. But it is what it is.
Hey, shout out to the homie Harrison. He in the chat as well. Tapped in, locked in.
Appreciate it. Thanks for joining.
And no, this is also Lascelles is he is true to this. He is not new to this. He has been taking people out for years at Newcastle. I mean, a menace.
Very good.
I'm surprised Jamal Lascelles didn't push on a little more. I thought he was going to be like this massive presence. Actually, I liked him. Company was kind of coming to the end of his time with the City, and Lascelles was kind of just starting out. I thought he could be like a Vinny Company type player, but he never really pushed on as much as I thought he would.
He's been a completely fine defender. I think where it when you look at how defender? In the sense of like it 10 years ago, he's probably looked at better than he is like now, just because how center backs have changed. Like if you're not a center back that can consistently play good passes, like you're just not going to be like you're going to eventually be replaced at the highest level. And so that's kind of what happened. Is that like Jamal Lascelles is a good defender, but Fabian Schär is so much better with the ball at his feet, all that kind of jazz.
Let's go, ref.
Again, what's that? every foul's not a yellow card, but
No, Ariel, that was he milked that. That was a veteran foul from him. That was actually.
I was talking about the one up at the higher up the pitch.
Roger one, the tackle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That was a good tackle.
I'm just gonna say I'm never playing any pickup with a Sharpie because
No blood, no foul.
He's like, that's a good tackle. Dude's leg is dangling. Like,
Stop crying, man. Get up, walk it off.
Get up. Sharpie's a dude who fouls you and then tries to pick you up.
yeah.
Okay, Phil. Okay. Oh, damn it, I blocked. Yeah, shot on target. I really just think, like, I watched the game from this perspective. If City did it, would I want it to be called a foul? And most times I'm like, no, like I would want us to like let that be
It's
allowed.
been good. It's been nice. Nice
Ooh.
joining the stream.
Give me two for that man.
Oh, Silva.
Are you cooking? Oh, he cooking like that? Ooh, we going lefty? Ooh. Oh, he fooled him. He did the look away again? Where he thought he was going far post. Did it deflect or did he shoot it near on purpose?
I think he just put it near.
Oh. Is that the Broncos hair? I've never seen that haircut. That's interesting. Looks good. Nice fade. Man, you called it, Elijah. You said it could get ugly. I did not see Bernardo Silva brace
on
on
that left foot. Oh, it did deflect.
Oh, it did deflect.
Oh, wow.
It deflect. Yeah, I was like, he definitely was going far post. And like, I was like, how did it get back near?
Oh, he headed it. He headed it
Wow.
in, basically.
Oh, yeah. It like went off of Willock and then the defender.
I said Botman kind of
Yeah, and Botman got it on it. Damn.
Tiny human strikes
touched
again. Let's go.
And it, right under his legs, that hurts. God damn. I'm sorry.
I guess the question is, does he get credit for the second goal? Was it on target enough for him to get credit for it?
Right away, it's going down as a Bernardo Silva goal, assist by Diaz. Yeah.
Good.
Well, this is going to be a fun match. Like 4 is not out of the question.
I said that.
You called it. No, you called this 2AT. What would happen? Okay, Vardio. Nice ball.
We have Newcastle
Whoa,
just saying season is over. Thank you and good night.
Daku had 3 players around him, and they could not get it clean. That's crazy.
The sad part is they didn't even say the game is over, the match is over. They said the season is over. It's over with everything.
Yeah,
I'm not even coming back next week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like y'all like it's crazy because you're you're like 3 points behind West Ham and for Europa Conference. So it's not crazy. Like there's a competition to play for in Europe. You need that.
Yeah.
Like,
but we got to be dramatic. That's
Facts. You make it great.
Daku is cooking this game.
Once he sees the tape on the through balls, he doesn't have that vision yet, but he can make the pass. He just can't see it. But like, because those diagonal balls are there, like the through ball is there every time. He just can't play it.
His control in tight spaces,
yeah,
drawing fouls like Jack.
But like, this is what happens. The more you play, like you learn. Like we had a week of training. That is huge to get ready for this match. Because that tactic of moving him in, Pep hadn't done that yet. Like it's the first time Eddie House in it, I'm sure. We have never played Daku in the pocket. And so for him to be running channels, going through the center circle with the ball, like
he's playing much like Alvarez does. Oh, just now he's overhit it a little bit. But he's playing much like Alvarez does typically for us in that, inside channel right there.
Mm-hmm. And I would say obviously he has better feet than Alvarez, right? Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh, just missed Bernard. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
just a little bit overhit that time. But hey,
okay, you just got to feed the big man.
Learn from the first one. Okay, now let me put a little bit more on it. Okay, now I got to find it. Just like your shot on basketball, right? It's a little long, it's a little short. Okay, I'm going to find it. Then once you do.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Work rate's going up because now they have to play. Oh, this is great.
Oh,
exactly what I said. because you can't like. There's no playing for a draw. There, it's you have to at least score 2 goals at this point. So
Got to, yeah. Nice save, Clover. These guys, these blue shirts, I tell you. That's out of the fortress, man.
Love this club. Love this club. Let's go. Let's go. All day. All day.
We haven't had time to talk about this live, and I know we record tomorrow, but this type of atmosphere, this type of game gives me a lot of hope about Champions League. Like, I love that we get Real Madrid.
Oh!
Another one? What the fuck just happened?
No,
Wait, we still got the ball. Like, Newcastle got the ball in my hand.
bro. Yes, they reacted for something completely different, man.
Oh, the save? Okay.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, okay. A great save.
Big
I thought it was
save.
a goal. I was like, wait, did we score? Okay, that makes sense. Damn, he's that.
Wow, Dan Burn, left wing back. He created that chance.
Making things happen out here, man.
I gotta
Put some respect
put
on
some
his name.
respect on these wing backs' names. They
hooping.
they're doing things. They're doing stuff.
Things
That's a
are
big
happening.
save.
Things.
Big save from.
Hey,
I mean,
I'll tell you
honestly,
this.
if I talk this much about Dan Burn, he's bound to score like a set piece header. Like anytime I go super toxic with him, that he just ends up scoring, and he only ever scores in cup matches too. Like it's bound to happen.
I'm trying to think of who could use an upgraded keeper. Man, somebody's gonna get him. Please go away. Go to Germany.
Yes, just not in.
Go back home. Don't go to the Middle East.
Holland.
Once you used.
Oh, Holland!
But just, again, way to the pass. But
yeah,
not very often you see him picking the ball up and leading the break.
that was.
He's been asking for those spaces, like those balls. Bernardo's just literally not fast enough. The balls are right to him. He just slow. Like, I love him, but the long speed isn't there, my boy.
No,
we play in the short spaces.
No.
Those little legs can only move so fast.
Yeah, he hit that ball for.
What Jen call him? Tiny human.
Tiny human. Tiny human with those tiny human legs.
Oh, Rox Fontaine. What up,
okay.
What's up, Rox?
Homie? What's up?
I'm telling y'all, Daku is cooking. That one was a little high, but he's cooking today.
Hey. You're getting shifty with it. You see it? Dropping that shoulder?
Yeah, man.
I love it. Every miss looks good. You keep on playing, boy. Keep on playing. Do what you do, man. Boy, going to work. Say, Jack, I'm here. You got to earn your spot, my boy. Shit.
Is
you
it
can't do this, Jack.
That Jack is back on the bench today and he's turning in this performance?
Motivation.
He's like, hold on, Pep. Before you bring him back, let me just give you something to think about.
Y'all know this thing like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square. I feel like that's Daku and Grealish. Like, Daku can do everything that Grealish can, but Grealish can't do some of the things Daku can. Like, Grealish would never make that move to take that shot. Never. It's not clean. It's not easy. Like,
it's on ESPN Plus. The game's on ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, Terrence got it.
Yeah. Nice, Holland. Get down there. Look at that. Be a bruiser. I love it. No foul. See, no foul. Get the fuck up. That's why he's smiling. Nah, should have been a foul. Do it to me all the time. He's just little.
Yeah, the team looks pretty good.
I have no complaints in this first half. Literally, everything looks good. It's something about playing under the lights, man. The Etihad at night, it gets off.
I've got a couple complaints.
Different sides of the same coin, I tell you. I gotta find a few things wrong with this. I just want to, I don't want to be too harsh, but
Vardial is playing the Grealish role, earning a lot of fouls and slowing the ball down. This has been really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep, use your body.
Kova doing exactly what he needs to do, just retain the ball as well.
I would say everybody's been like a 7+. Like every player rating should be a 7 because there hasn't been any major mistakes. The defense has made their plays when they needed to. Ortega's made a great save. Like Kyle Walker's fizzing balls in, not like skying them with crosses. Like everybody looks good, man. That was a misplaced ball, but man, this is great. No Kev, no need. Oh, y'all, we don't need no stinking Kevin De Bruyne against Newcastle.
Rodri, a little faint. Sent him the other way. Guess wrong. You guess wrong. They are cooking rocks.
Oh Lord.
They're doing their thing.
Speaking of Rodri, what we got?
nasty.
Phil.
Just everything but that final shot. Phil. Woo-hoo. That's nasty.
Oh, let's go.
What the fuck? Oh my god!
Not only did he play that, but then he beat him around the corner, got to it.
Hey, we gotta chill, dog. There's power in that fade, man. That part is like his superpower. Like it's just because what are you doing? How do you? That should be illegal.
Poor Shard. He was just like,
like where did the ball go? Like what? And he couldn't grab him because he's on a yellow.
Yep.
But a yellow matters. Good job, Bruno. Good hustle, because boy, you made that tough.
I know.
Couldn't put anything on it
At all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Come on,
Oh,
Holland.
there we go.
Oh man. Great ball, Ortega. Love it. Great delivery. Ooh, jumpy jumps. Nobody scored because John get excited.
No, but it was close.
I hate that.
It looked,
I hate that I
it
know
looked
what that means
really
now.
good today.
Yeah.
And then you have to ask the question. And I guess
Making
it's
a
just
podcast.
the way we're playing. Daco getting a lot of chances. Yep. In all honesty, he's creating a lot of chances too.
He's living inside the box. And Holland actually coming back for the ball is so helpful. You add the extra runner the same way that like when Gabby Jesus would play that role, right? You can go into the midfield. He's a bigger, better version. But it's a nice little wrinkle.
Second ball. Bigger
Damn, that ball
version
got
is
close.
putting it lightly.
I mean, hey, I'm okay to put it lightly because it's still a black man. He still won titles here, okay?
That's
not
facts.
Holland.
That's facts.
You remember when I first said I was like, Gabby has to go because just for the sheer number 9 thing, like he had to leave. Like you can't stay on the club when the baddie come in and like you can't go to 19. That would have been terrible. So disrespectful.
That would have been so awkward.
Them's the rules, my boy. Oh, another one. It's a nice, relaxing Saturday afternoon.
You know, you could buy the jersey off of them. I give you $1 million, and then I get this number, and you move to a different number.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins was talking about that. Shouts to your boys, Elijah. Falcons got a real quarterback now.
Yeah, I mean, we do. I was tired of watching Desmond Ridder lead the league and just being dumb for the last 2 seasons. So it's cool. Got something different.
Raheem Morris said, if y'all had a quarterback, I wouldn't be here. Dog, you knew he was gone.
Yeah.
That was so fucking rude and honest.
But yeah, it's like he wasn't lying. Like
no. If you had competent quarterback play, y'all would have won 10 games.
It's bad when it's like it's everything because it's like Kyle Pitts being like you can have whatever number you want as long as someone throws me the ball. Like that's crazy to say too.
This man got Cal Trask drafted when he was at Florida, but they can't find him in the NFL. Like what? Nobody?
Yeah.
Stupid
okay.
awkward.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ball. That's a really good ball. Keeper does what the keeper's supposed to do there. I mean, he does his job, but that's a really good ball.
Yeah, you really hope he could have done something better with that.
Shot on target. Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, keeper closed the space really fast. That was great goalkeeping. He knew it. Had to get off his line, make a decision. Because if he waits and opens up the goal, Daku can get it around him. But That's a really smart. Great play by Nebraska. He has made no mistakes. He's gotten crazy deflections for both goals,
Yeah.
which is wild.
Yeah. On Shades of Blue, we call American football football. So a little bit of football talk. Yeah, separate.
I mean, the game ain't giving us much to talk about on the Newcastle side. I wanted to make Elijah happy. That's all.
Good Lord. You know what this could have been if it wasn't for your keeper?
Yeah, could be
Great job,
like what I said,
Great
4
save.
or 5.
Yeah,
I mean,
the man knows his club.
Hey, there were some fans that were like, "Hey, we should get."
Hey, let's go!
Wait,
let's
what?
go!
Bruno was looking for that foul, and then he
Yeah.
grabbed the ball.
Is that a yellow?
No, he's just gonna
No, it's
okay.
not.
go the other way.
No. Football.
Yeah, there were some fans after the Chelsea match that were like, "Let's start Karius against City," and I was like, "So you want to be 5-0 before you would start?" Like,
Man, that's a dude that his fall off was. You got to think it's like a lot of the mental when he broke down in the was it, cup game or whatever it was. I forget.
Yeah, it's Champions League.
Champions League. Yeah.
The concussion. Yeah.
That you never recovered from that.
Yeah, and it's not even like he actually like I'm kind of joking because Karius has actually been completely fine. Like he's actually been pretty solid. Like as a keeper, like Newcastle can literally afford to lose a keeper to not be the end of the world. Like they have competency in that department. But like his first appearance for Newcastle being the EFL Cup final, that's like wild last season.
Mm-hmm.
And just of course the last time he made an appearance at this level was of course that Champions League final. So
I can't even be mad at Erling for that Aaron pass that almost created a chance.
Yeah.
Why can't you? That was a terrible pass.
Well, yeah, but then 2 Newcastle players run into each other to give us the ball back, so it's kind of funny. It's like, yeah.
Was that Bruno who stomped on Holland's foot?
I think so.
No, it was Cher.
No,
Cher.
Who should technically that you know that he's already on the yellow. So
yeah. That's why Rodri went over and talked to the ref because it's like you're keeping him on the pitch when his play doesn't deserve to be on the pitch.
That's
yeah. Halftime.
It is what it is.
All right. Hey, 1 half down, 1 half to go. Love it. Fulham up at halftime over Spurs. Interesting.
Wait, what happened?
Anthony Robinson with the assist. Fulham's up 1-0 on Spurs.
My cuz
Villa
Anthony Robinson.
Yeah. I knew that'd make you happy. He's been balling. Great left back. Another one that it could be in a Newcastle. That could be in a Newcastle shirt. Hopefully.
Thugs. Bunch of thugs. All right. This is. What are you doing about Shar? What's going on?
I mean, hey, when you a thug like that, people gonna come at you. That's what's going on.
Sometimes you ruffle some feathers.
Yeah.
Bees like that. Bees like that. Oh my gosh. All right. Well,
before you can get going, man, shout out to these 180 views, man. Viewers jumping in. That's what's up. Appreciate y'all.
Really.
Where do y'all see these numbers?
I'm looking on Twitter.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
On Twitter. Oh, okay. I was like,
I haven't looked at YouTube. And since I'm the producer, I can see the numbers.
You can see, yeah. I never see anything.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
happening.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, so I went to go look for it. I went to try to track it down. Also looking at like the chat because I don't know like when we respond in the app. Do they see that? Well, it's because multiple apps. They probably only see it on one. Like for us, when we're responding, they probably only see it on YouTube, but not on.
Yeah, I'm trying to share most of the comments. Especially if they're timely. Yeah. I wanted to get to this, especially since it's halftime, but we have time. Elijah, how has this experience been for you?
I told y'all what was going to happen beforehand. Y'all might as well call me Negro Damas because I've come with the prediction. I told you it was going to happen. But yeah, no, I honestly, I think there's a little bit of a overreaction. From not, I won't want to say it's an overreaction because I get the frustration, but it's two deflected goals. You can debate, should Newcastle have given these players this much space, but also at the same time, you have to recognize that like City are a tough team because you try to close down on Silva. Like they have players who are quick enough to be able to make the additional pass that's just going to kill you. So you have to kind of pick and choose. And you guys see this a lot. Like there's a lot of teams that will opt to try to like block a shot rather than completely close a guy down in a City match because you're exerting a ton of energy running right at a guy and you're leaving massive holes in your defense if you do that. So I understand the frustration, but I'm at the same time, like it is two deflected shots that have resulted in the goal. So it could be easily. I mean, I'm going to say the first one was a little bit luckier than the second, so it could easily be 1-0 right now, and it's not a huge deal. But given how it was 2-0 before the 30-minute mark, and it hasn't gotten to 3-4 or whatever, if Newcastle, you still have an opportunity in the locker room to say, oh, you know what, we got goals. You can spin it as that's unlucky. We still got it. We've had a couple chances. Best chance for Newcastle was saved. It was an unreal save. If you get one, you don't know. Anything can happen. It's kind of what happened in the Wolves match is Coventry got the one goal at the end of the game, and then they scored again, and it became an interesting match down at the. Wow, I can't speak anymore, so I'm just going to stop talking.
No, but I'm with you because it could be worse, or it's not that bad. The key, we like to come out really hard in the second half, so the key is to not give up an early goal in that second half. If we get a third goal in that first 10 minutes of the second half, then it's like, oh, it's pretty much put away. You're still in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing is, oh, sorry. The only other thing I want to say is the other thing is keeping all 11 players on the pitch.
Yeah,
because you got a couple yellow cards early. Emotions are high. Just got to keep everybody on the pitch for you guys.
Yeah, that's true. That's the good part about having 4 center backs out there at the same time is that you can sub one of those guys off for anyone else, and you can still play a back 3. And then even if you feel like it's getting testy, you can sub another guy off, and now you still have 2 center backs left on the pitch. Like, so that's a really, they kind of got lucky with who has the yellows. Is that okay? You technically could just change systems and still be okay, and not have to worry about a potential second yellow.
That graphic they just showed, our expected goals is only like 0.78 and we got 2. So, again, it speaks to what you were saying, Elijah. It's a little bit of good fortune. It's a little bit of luck on our part.
Yeah.
And it's not as bad, or it shouldn't be looked at as bad. Oh, look, they do have it down as a Botman own goal in that second one.
Oh, they changed it
on
okay.
ESPN. On ESPN, they do at least. So it's not nearly as bad as maybe the score line might look. Although I think performance wise, we're playing pretty decent.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Eddie House changes because you have, like we talked about, right? Almiron, Lewis Miley, you have Hall, like you have people that can come on and like be more creative. And so it's like, do you make that change right away? Do you try to stem it out to 60 minutes? Because you need 2 goals without conceding. So that's the hardest, like, it's a really tough position to be in. But there are moments where it's like, okay, Dan Burton, nice ball in. Jacob Murphy, nice ball in. Like, and Isak can run at Diaz. Like, that's the matchup he can get him. So it's definitely plausible.
Yeah, and Bruno's had his fair share of like runs in the midfield. I think part of the other frustration is that like it feels like he's the only one in the midfield actually defending. Like, I mean, Joe Willock is here and there, but it feels like Longstaff's been a complete passenger. I think the only time I've seen him on the pitch in general is when they cut to him sweating randomly, like in those tight close-up shots. And I was like, oh yeah, he's playing. So there just has to be a little bit more impact from the midfield, and that's kind of where I'd like to see an Elliot Anderson or Lewis Miley signing in the midfield just to freshen things up, because you at least know that one of them is going to try to make an impact in the midfield, which is I think what needs to happen if Newcastle want to get back into this. Like, in the grand scheme of things, like, you're getting exactly what you thought you would get, and honestly, maybe even better from your wing backs offensively. And now what's letting you down is the midfield. Like, Gordon and Isak have been in good areas, good positions, and the only person who's playing them in is Bruno. Like, and that can't happen. Like, you need to have someone else out there.
Yeah, it's hard to win a game when you only have 25% possession. It's just really hard to do. And so it's like, in order to do it, you have to, like you say, turn up the press, but now you get more tired. And, you know, who those first legs going to be that Hal trusts to come in. And even like on the City side now, it's like, hey, how long do we want to let this go? Like, we can obviously play the full 90, international breaks coming up. So, you know, Pep won't make a sub if he doesn't need to. But do you see Haaland come on? Does Grealish get some run with Doku having such a great match? It's going to be interesting. I can see Alvarez coming off of Haaland at some point. But
yeah, especially
you know,
just because it
off.
feels like Haaland's taking a little bit of a beating. Like, it's not worth it. Like, you have 2 goals. He's gotten his fair share of pretty bad challenges. He's been stepped on. He's been slide tackled through his legs. Like, you know, you at this point kind of want to preserve, because all those little knocks add up, and then you just don't want to be in a situation where something else happens and it becomes serious because you're like not willing to take them off earlier, which I guess is the risk you always run in general.
Yeah, we saw this man play a full 90 in a pointless Champions League match against Copenhagen, so nothing would surprise me about him staying on, even if it could be 4-0. But the thing with him is, like, he wants a goal like every match, and I love that. And I know Pep wants him to score every match, but it's like, bruh, sometimes you just gotta take this L and move on. Like, you know, lose the battle, win the war. Because that's the last thing you want to see as we get into the run-in. It's like, oh, Haaland goes down with a hamstring or a knee knock or whatever. I don't need no niggles. No niggles, Haaland. Just go ball.
Yeah. Exciting stuff. Ooh. I honestly, I'm curious to see, because I know, like you said, City come out with a lot of energy to open up the second half, and Newcastle try to do that as well. Like, you'll see that more intense press you saw in the first 10 minutes probably to start off the second half. So we'll see. I'm curious to see like what Newcastle do, because at times when they've been like down 2-0, they've tried to get that first goal back so that you're only chasing the 1 goal down the stretch instead of obviously both. So, you know, which good and bad. Like, City is a team that can take you chasing that first goal and turn it into them getting their third. And at that point, it's really hard to see a path to even tying the game. If you're Newcastle, if you can't at least score 1 and keep it, you know, within reach.
Kova, he's been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And especially him and Rodri, they seem to kind of read each other's mind, where people are going. This is the Kovacic best case scenario. I was hoping that we would see we're not having to rely on Rodri to do everything, literally be just a key player on every single phase of play. And that is just too much on any player. Having Rodri and Kova together, that seems to be working, and we've seen it a lot often. Sharpie, do you think this is the pairing forever, and we can keep Bernardo up at right wing and he can do his thing up there, especially because we don't have a out and out right wing? I mean, obviously, when Kevin comes on, Phil, he can move over there because Phil just has to move and go wherever he needs to. But I guess let's just stick to Rodri and Kova. Do you think that's
I think the partnership is beautiful. Yeah, it's blossomed. It's like spring, right? It's coming up and it's like full of flowers now. But I do think it gives us another way to attack people, because it's really hard to go man v man when you have two people in the pocket or in the hole versus just Rodri alone. And there was one possession where I saw even Bernardo, because he moved all over. Him and Kova came back right in front of the back line, and then Rodri was further up to really even like make it easier to play out, and we were able to get into transition very quickly. So like Pep is definitely starting to adapt to the way teams are structuring their press, like as he would, right? He's not going to do the same thing over and over and fail. But like, Kova's for his here's okay. This is a great point, Crump. Do you know how old Kovacic is?
28, right?
He's 28. Before the season, or 29 actually. His birthday,
Yeah, because he turned 21. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, turned 30 May 6th. But if you let age be that factor versus what he can do, you would say, "Oh my God, why are we signing a 29-year-old center mid?" No, like you need veterans. Hence the guy in Germany who you don't want to sign. Anywho,
I knew you were about to do it. I knew. I was like, "Don't you do it? Don't you do it?"
Yeah.
No. We got plenty of olds.
Okay,
we have plenty of olds.
We got plenty of youngs. We have a balanced squad. You don't need to bring in babies. Like we have a balanced squad. Like we have the best squad in the world. Let's just be real.
I'll also add to the fact that when you're at when you're at the level of Man City, it's really hard to buy a good young player unless it is like top 5 young player in the world, because not every young player is going to be able to come into a system that good, have to go up against players who, are world-class players, try to beat them out and deal with, mistakes. Like mistakes at a lower level club are people get mad, but it's not as costly. Like you make a mistake as a young player playing for City, and it's like every match counts. That's towards your goal is winning the league. It's an attainable goal. You can't have a 19-year-old try to find his footing. And like a perfect example of that is like look at what's going on at Chelsea. Look what's going on at Manchester United. They've bought a ton of young players. A lot of them are still getting used to even playing in the Prem, and it's like that's cost them at times. I mean, with Chelsea, Sterling has cost them. I mean, y'all offloaded at the right time, because there's been some
everybody
times
out at the right time. Everybody.
But yeah, Chelsea's a good example of like they have a lot of good young talented players who I think will be really good at some point. But like when your goals are the goals that City have, you can't afford to have guys not be able to pick up the league and Pep's system and philosophy quickly. You're gonna need guys who are gonna come in that are already in their prime, or they're veterans that can pick things up easily and do their job. I hate to sound like a Bill Belichick type, but like that's kind of what you need right now, though. That's
we're not trying like Pep
can
teach certain people, but it's like, especially I'm really gonna harp on this. You take Pep, who knows Kimmich. He literally is the reason he became the 6 he is. And now you get him at the later stage of his career where he is clearly just like understanding every part of the game, has seen it all, done it all, won it all. You bring in not World Cup in his regard, Champions League winners, and won all those titles, Bundesliga titles. Like it matters. It makes the transition easy. It allows Rodri to go from playing 34 Premier League games to down to 30.
Yeah.
And make his career even longer because it's less miles. So like imagine if we were everything we wanted Calvin Phillips to be, but that person's now just Joshua Kimmich. That's the real like trade-off, right? Like it's like, hey, it didn't work for Calvin, but now you bring in a better player. Like I want it all. And even Paquetá, right? He's not young. We don't need like Doku was the young signing. Everybody else is, and Doku and Vardy were young, and Alvarez and Holland. Now you say let's balance out the squad and let's get those late 20s in who are ready to do whatever it takes to win, because that's all they want.
Yeah, and have been there too. Like Kimmich has played so many Champions League matches that there's no pressure for him. He's been in so many Champions League finals. Like there's that level of pressure. It doesn't exist to him. So it'll be interesting to see. But it's like I think that's ultimately like that's something to think about as well, as like if you've done pretty much historically like an unreal job in the league, and so like the next step is to go out and do kind of what Real Madrid has done and try to be dominant in the Champions League. And if that's truly your goal, then you have to sign players that are going to help with that. And like a guy like Kimmich, who's won Champions League, has been there, has always been in the final stages throughout his entire career of knockout rounds. Like that's having a guy like that on your team. That's always gonna be helpful.
Well, second half's off, and no changes either side. So
Yeah.
let's see tactically what the managers switch. Definitely see burn up high already.
Yep. The Newcastle midfield is actually stepping up a little bit, but
that was a terrible
maybe someone lit a fire underneath them.
Hey, check from while handling business, still helping out. Hey, we will be in Chicago in 34 days, basically.
Countdown's on.
I know, it's crazy. Come check us out, hosting a watch party, throwing a little brekkie breakfast before. It's gonna be good times will be had. We will also be in Kansas City and DC, but we are starting things off at Chicago.
Oh, y'all doing a tour for real? That's wild.
For real.
It's Crunks right here. It's all Crunk. The man has plans, okay? A man with a vision.
Gotta go out, and we've been doing a lot of connecting via digital ways, but now it's time to start shaking some hands and kissing babies.
Yeah, bro. Have y'all? So y'all haven't met in person?
No,
bro. Let me tell you.
Only Tarek and I.
Me and Charlie.
Yeah.
Wait, whenever it happens, it's
and they rub it in every
bro,
chance they can get.
But it is lit though. Like it's lit when you meet the homies for the first time. You're like, oh yeah, like this is what it's like to sit down, grab a beer with the homies. Like it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy for you that you get to experience that.
Yeah, I've never been so happy to use my miles on a flight. I was like, yes. Delta get one way, American one way, total cost $12. Thank you.
Oh, let's go. Shout out to you.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
There it is. Hey, tickets are high. It was about to be like 400 something without it. I was like, thank you so much. Need that.
Real close.
Okay, Daku, he's back. Oh, Phil. That's my shot on goal. Woo.
I will say the other storyline coming from Newcastle Twitter is just because I don't think this is happening on Manchester City Twitter is a lot of Newcastle fans are questioning the fitness of the ref. They're saying that he's slow. They are tagging the
PGMOL?
PGML saying, please release his fitness test results. Like,
are they saying he's in the way?
Well, they're just saying he's out of shape and he's not.
He's missing stuff.
Yeah, he's missing stuff.
You're making calls from behind.
Because he's tired. He can't see things.
Yeah.
And also because he's tired, his brain isn't working as fast.
Sure.
That oxygen isn't going to his brain. I love it. I love that. Actually, that's...
Hey, if there's anything Newcastle Twitter can do, they can spin anything. You can take any normal situation, they're gonna find a way. Like I was for my entire time being a Newcastle fan until last season. Actually, probably until last season. There was, and it's still out there. It's just not as much. Serious thoughts of a league-wide conspiracy against Newcastle involving the referees not giving us calls. Like all this other stuff, and it's like I don't know why. To me, the logic was never there because I'm like I don't know if the Premier League is banding together to try to remove a team that has been consistently in like the bottom 5 for like you're saying this and we're in like 17th. Like I don't know if it's a conspiracy per se, but. Then when they got sold, I was like, hey, maybe.
Oh.
I know that was great.
Yeah.
Yo, Jacob Murphy's like, come on, bro. What are you doing? Why are you over here? Go back to the other side, my guy. Like,
what are the in the conspiracy theories? They can, in worst case, you can always just point to oil money now. Now they can just we're oil money.
No, that's what it is. They don't want the new ownership. That's the new one. Is that everyone except for, of course, like at this point, Chelsea and Man City, everyone else they want to freeze Newcastle out and prevent them from joining the Big Six. That's the latest conspiracy theory. They don't want, so is what it is.
I always love the ownership talk. Like these American billionaire owners who own Man U and Liverpool and Arsenal are just like great people and just got their money clean and like
bro.
just gracious billionaires out here making things happen. Like, no, we know they're all terrible. Like,
to get that billion, you have to be greedy enough to say, I'm fine. I'm not okay with having 500 million of capital. I want more. And at that point, they're like, you have to be evil because you're exploiting at a different level to get to billions of any billion. You don't just luck into $1 billion. You can luck into a couple $100 million, but $1 billion, I don't know. The only billionaire I'll say I don't think is super shady is LeBron, but it's a very clear path of how he got it. He didn't build a company. He just played basketball and was really good at it. And then good enough to get crazy endorsements. So,
shout out to
multiple franchises. Like
his LeBron's biggest crime is that he did the Space Jam too. That's his crime.
I'll say his biggest crime is the fact that he's not Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's also true.
Ooh,
and the thing with he got his family in it too, though, so that's also really nice. So that was great.
Family bag. Okay.
Shout out to DT3. He tagged us. Claire Watkins. She tweeted, "Can clearly hear Kansas City crowd chanting, 'We want 6' on network TV."
Jeez.
And so
okay.
6.
I was gonna say they done heard the little stinger.
5-3. I mean, they got time for it. Shit. Soph got it. Yeah. Soph got a brace. 5 goals by 5 different people for KC. KC,
like,
baby.
She's like, I did my
one time for Tom out there. Oh, Tom's there. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Go ahead on, Tom. KC Stadium, getting in.
Right, out there being mixy.
Last week is in full flex, Love it.
Yeah, that's nice seeing Mahomes out there. That's cool. That's great.
Yeah, that was a great intro.
Watching the video, I did watch the video of all the players walking into the locker room for the first time. That was really cool. That's really nice.
All right, Elijah, have you seen Newcastle do anything like terribly different from the first half, or is it just more of the same?
It does feel like they have when they have the ball, it's. I mean, that was a bad example, but they've retained it a little bit better than they did before. It doesn't seem like they're trying to get out on the break, like they're actually trying to play through guys, get other people involved. So that's probably the only big thing. But defensively, everything looks the same. And it does seem like they're trying to get really physical with Holland still. That's factual.
Woo, Bernardo.
What is your thoughts on how long Eddie Howe lasts? Do you think I've heard that he'll be the manager at the start of the season next year. How long do you think that's actually valid for?
Yeah, I mean, I genuinely think that he's probably the best manager for the stage that they're in right now, which is I don't think that you can look at the squad and say this is a team that is a league contender or should be, going deep into Europe, or even you could even say like right now in its current state is Newcastle a consistent top 4 team. I don't think so. So I think as long as they're at that stage, until once you've had the investment and you've now brought in a team that you feel should be winning trophies, competing, I think that's when Eddie Howe gets.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, but it could be the end of next season if everything, because again he's got the benefit of the doubt this year with the injury luck and all that kind of jazz. But it could be the end of next season if they're kind of not in the European spot for 2 seasons in a row, despite continuing to strengthen. You could see the end of Eddie Howe's tenure. And it also is about availability. Like, is your job is an attractive job for the type of candidate you want versus, some of the other jobs that are going to be on the table this summer, like the Liverpool job, for example, potentially the Man U job, potentially the Chelsea job. Like, are those more, are those jobs, more attractive if you're a manager who's available versus like the Newcastle job, which is a fine job, but it's still, you still have to continue to build a squad and try to figure out how to stay good enough to compete and fight amongst the European spots.
Speaking of European
Tago's
spots,
delivery is so good.
Shout out to Dan Scott, the homie. If Newcastle are mid-table next season, he's in trouble, I think. Tarek, what were you about to say?
Well, no, I was going to say I've heard the speculation about Jose Mourinho. Is he a type of manager that you would want? I mean, he's a big name.
Yeah, I think Newcastle fans want Jose Mourinho because I think Newcastle fans believe that everywhere Jose goes, he's going to bring you a trophy. So I think that's part of it.
Just one.
Yeah,
at least one.
And that's the thing is like the other thing is that you have to look at like Jose Mourinho's last few jobs, like the type of manager he is, where he's going to want to bring in his guys, regardless of who you already have there. He's gonna have certain players he wants to bring in, and then the fact that like every job he's walked into has been a team that's already pretty well built, pretty deep. And we just spent the first hour of this talking about how Newcastle are playing Dan Burn at left wing back. So Jose's not going to help you out that much there. Like you're going to still kind of be in the same spot where, yeah, you're probably competing for a European spot and you're happy if you get a Champions League spot or a Europa League spot and you're kind of hoping to make a run in either one of those tournaments. And yeah, you're hoping that you get, a good little cup run in. And I think, yeah, could Jose Mourinho win Newcastle in the FA Cup? Probably. Will Jose Mourinho completely tank the culture of the club in doing so? Also, probably. Is that a risk worth taking right now? Like, if realistically the only trophies Newcastle can win, if you're honest with yourself, are potentially Conference League next year, that'd be fine, or FA Cup or EFL Cup, is it worth destroying everything you've built to win one of those trophies when you probably have a decent chance of maybe even winning EFL Cup with how I'm not going to say FA Cup because I just think it's a little bit more of a serious competition, but I've already made an EFL Cup final with Eddie Howe, and that's something Newcastle had not done in a while.
If I can be devil's advocate and thus giant asshole, what really have you put together? And luckily, this is a new ownership, so
yeah,
this is where you can kind of do some things where maybe it seems offhand because you made the correct choice with Eddie Howe. Like this is he's putting a square in a square hole. Like he is doing what you think you should be doing, and this is what has happened. Maybe you need to get a little unconventional. You would like to believe. saying this is crazy. You would like to believe that Jose Mourinho would eventually want people to maybe not think so negative of him, and this could be a good chance for a potential good story. His pragmatic style could make the best out of players on the squad as well.
He's also impatient though, and that's the other thing is like I think it's not a good fit for that as well, where it's like Jose is a guy who's expecting to compete, and with this roster in its current stage, I think there's going to be a lot of frustration, especially when you come in with the amount of money that he might get paid. There's going to be that weight of expectation, and fair or not, people are going to ask questions of him if Newcastle aren't competing for these trophies. And I don't think the roster is at a spot where you can do that in general, regardless of the manager. I think there needs to be a couple more signings. I think, maybe next season with a healthy Tonali, additional stuff in the midfield. Additional signings in the summer. I think next season I think you're spot on, Dan. If it's mid-table by January next season, I think Howe's probably on the chopping block. Just for like you now have a squad that should be pushing for a European spot, regardless of who's the manager.
Oh my gosh. Was that Diaz who did that? That was
Yes.
That was big. Whoa! I just saw the hair and everything. I was like, "Is that Diaz? What is happening?" Yes, and Ortega Moreno's price is going up. It's going up, baby. Let's go. And then see what changes we make. Oh,
great hand, bro. Oh, great job. He's played such a good match.
Is he about the card for that?
Roger?
You talking about the 2-hand push?
Yeah, the 2-hand push.
I didn't see a card, but now they're showing the replay, so I don't know.
Well, in the past, it didn't like the ref pull went out, but you all saw what's happening.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Lewis Miley's coming on. Elliot Anderson. Lewis Hall's coming on as well. Almiron. So Newcastle completely making full. So it doesn't look like a system change, though, because everyone they brought in can kind of play the same roles. Yeah.
This is a FIFA sub. This is what we do, baby.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Switch them out.
Energy.
Fatigue down. Everybody's under 60%. All right, let's go, boys. Run fast. Run hard. Go at them.
Miley's the academy kid. I think. Did we see him last time we played them? I think.
Yeah. He's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I was gonna say
really good. I like Anderson too.
Elliot Anderson's good. He was just injured this season, and so he's kind of ramping up. And he's another academy guy. And then Lewis Hall from Chelsea has been. He's actually been meh this season. So I'm curious to see kind of what he does. In his preferred sort of left wing back position.
I was gonna say, I think Hall is
all of their white boys look like brothers or cousins at least.
You know,
they all could be related.
They probably that's facts.
I mean, they do have the Longstaff brothers, so you know.
Well, not anymore. Matty Longstaff.
Oh, did he leave? Did one of them leave?
Yeah, he's at Toronto FC right now. Oh, he actually.
That's why I don't know.
Funny enough, Insigne had an absurd goal for Toronto this past weekend, and Matty Longstaff got the assist, and it was like very much one of those assists where like he made the simple pass to the really good player, and Insigne like beat 2 men and hit a shot from distance, and it was a Matty Longstaff assist. But I mean, I think Matty might find his way back into Europe. He's a couple years younger than me. He's like 22 or 23. But he just tore his ACL, and just like one of those where I think this is a good get back to get your value back up sort of season for him. 1 year deal in Toronto shouldn't be too crazy, and he might be back in Europe next season if all goes well.
Tarek, do we keep a clean sheet? Yes or no?
Yes. 63 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we R2O looking real good right now. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Ooh, nice
hopefully you don't make me jinx us.
Yeah. Damn, another block shot. Shit. One day I want Haaland to chop and go to his right foot. I might cry the day that happens. Like he keeps doing the same thing over and it works. But boy, if you just stop right there and just go to your right, oh my God. Okay. It's okay. The cyborg can only do so much. That program hasn't come out. That software is not there yet. He's only 23. Oh.
I do think there's some Newcastle fans have returned to earth. They're saying that this is just a dominant team. They're light years ahead of us, and yeah, I'm glad that they're.
The whole process.
Yeah, it just took a little bit to. Okay, you know what?
All the stages of grief. That's real.
Yeah,
anger, despair.
Almiron with a little bit of sauce there. I like the energy I'm seeing from the subs. I will say,
doing what they're supposed to do.
Doing what they're supposed to do.
But that's exactly what it is, though. It's you think you have City pinned, Roger gets the ball, and then stands for 2 seconds, dribbles one way, and then dribbles another, and all of a sudden everything's wide open.
Yeah.
It's so pretty to watch, man. Like I've tried actively, like I've been talking about some things, to like not watch the ball. but just watch City's movement and rotations. And it's just like they always fill the spaces. There's always an outlet. Like somebody's there for you, and you could tell that's what they do on the training pitch. It's beautiful.
Oh, they caught Bernardo though.
Yeah, so he just got pounced on.
Oh,
Thankfully, they got out of that. I was about to say, you made me jinx it. You made me jinx it. I almost thought it was over.
This is just while there's a slight break while they're setting up for a corner. People forget that Premier League is actually currently happening. And Spurs down 3-0 to Fulham right now.
Oh, it's 3-0 now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw 2 at like the 50th minute, and then
he scored again.
Villa's very happy because that was Spurs' game in hand.
Yep.
I think Villa plays tomorrow though. It'll play West Ham tomorrow. It's a nice top 7 matchup.
I know those Brits who really love England right now are like, Ange, that's what you get. That's what you get for sticking up for plastics. That's exactly what you get.
Oh, you talking about Ange Postecoglou?
Yeah.
I mean, Spurs is Spurs. Like, we know what's going to happen. They're going to give these games up and then watch. They will give us the toughest match ever when we're in Chicago. Like, consistency is not the name of their game.
Oh yeah,
it's vibes.
Hey, we always tend to get people's best.
Shoot. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. I saw Grealish, Ake, and Stones out there on the side. I wonder who comes on and when. Because it seems like all 3 are going to come. It's just like, that's probably Ake for Guardiola to lock it up defensively. Stones maybe for Kova. But it's going to be interesting to see who comes on. Nice work, Phil.
Or Stones for Rodri.
Haaland stopped the run. 91% pass accuracy. What the fuck? Phil, hit the fucking target.
Sharpie, have all the people on your bet got their shot on target?
Nope, Phil and Daku's the only one. I'm missing Phil and Erling. So
damn.
Yeah, but like I got the over 1.5 goals, got the Daku shot. Yeah, I parlayed it with over 2.5 in the Spurs match, so that's good. Just need our boys to hit the net. 9-47. Or make this keeper make a save and have these block shots.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, in Foden's case, he was 1v1 and missed the net entirely. So that's
yeah.
That's
and Haaland's done it too. Like when he came on that break on that transition,
and
just missed the missed the whole target. It's like, come on, bro.
He's been in that position a lot this game. Well, I should say a lot, a couple times this game where he's picked the ball up and dribbled, basically effectively the half of the pitch, and then tried to figure out what he's going to do with it. In that most recent case, he just gave the ball up, but.
Yeah, because he ran out of space. I mean, I like it though. Like I like seeing him in the game where you can't complain. Like Haaland's only touched the ball 4 times, which is definitely weird in a Pep system. Like everybody's supposed to touch the ball. So like him leaving the area, drawing out center backs, making them have to think and not just know he's going to stand there. That's definitely something to work on. All I'm thinking about is Real Madrid and Arsenal. Like these are the only people I'm thinking about when we play.
Speaking of, so I think we said the other night, with Arsenal. They have the potential of getting Bayern. I guess Bayern would be away at Arsenal and with no fans. No away fans. So that's a help for them. But I also read that Jude Bellingham, Tchouaméni, maybe Camavinga, and Vinny Jr. are all like, if they get a yellow card in that first leg, that they would be out for the second leg. That would be like insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's really just Jude.
Won't complain.
Yeah. But I don't see them like, if you know Real Madrid, they don't play aggressively. Like they're like 11th in the slow ass La Liga for like press rate or whatever. Like, so that's the thing. Like their chances, they might take yellows, but like, they love to they have the ball most of the time, so they don't have to like play real defense, and that's why they get so tired against us because you have.
And that's what I was gonna say. That's the difference between us,
because
they're not gonna have the ball at nearly as much.
But he shouldn't play the old white guys. Like you should play your black midfield. and let the young boys cook. No, seriously, like you play Cruz, he's food. Like he has no legs. So like, but if you play one of them, maybe you can play Modric. But even still, like, nah, let the black boys cook. Los Negros, baby. Los Negros and Blanco. Like Oreos. Through balls. I just want another goal just for fun. Like 3-0 is such a perfect score.
Yeah.
Like I want a clean goal actually, because you always all the deflection. Like, give me one clean strike, and let's just get out of here. No injuries. 2 weeks off, or 2 weeks with no team play, because our whole team goes to Europe. So Pep said no other federations, no Africans, no Asians. You got one South American. That's it. Everybody else, you're from Europe. Oh, tough.
The key will be making sure everybody comes back from international break healthy. That's always, especially with Arsenal coming up right behind it.
Yeah, and at least these are friendlies and not like, because everything's set for Olympic qualifiers or your European Championships this summer. So it's like, at least hopefully managers will let them rest. Like, I don't want to see Roger play for Spain more than like 60 minutes, but we know he won't. So what else? Man loves to play football. Oh! This is the chance. Nobody got excited. Nope.
Oh no, it was offside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tarek, have you seen, speaking of Arsenal, this run they have starting in April is crazy. They go at Brighton, home against Bayern, home against Villa, at Bayern. Like, those 4 matches in a span of like 11 days. Then they got to go at Wolves and at Spurs. Like, their April is like our March. Like, it is hell for them. And I want to see if Arteta is going to use more than 12 outfield players.
I know that's the thing.
Did we go up a goal?
Oh. No. You know me. It's
that you got that little bit of a delay. It makes them nervous. You got
it's a missed pass. See, I know what he got mad at, but I'm like, damn, bro.
It was a little dramatic for
yeah, exactly.
I was like, damn, like.
What do you mean?
Everybody watches
it was perfectly placed.
We all watch matches differently. It's so great. This is going to be great to do it in person and just see how we all react to the same thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys now. If the match is tied and I start pacing, so if that definitely happens, the final like 10 minutes, the pacing is probably gonna start happening.
A little flip by Vardiol, so smooth, so natural. He's 21. Oh man, it's kind of unfair actually.
Almiron's got to be off. Raise your flag. What are we doing?
Damn, I ain't even seen him with the ball yet when you said that. I hate this delay. Let me try the TV app, because my PS5 is not rocking with me right now.
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah, I mean, but usually it's like the TV app is unreliable, but at this point, I just need more. We tried it. Let's take a break. ESPN.
You're trying to get that easy conversion from the game to the game.
Yeah, be ready right away. Definitely lock in for a little bit today.
Yeah, he tells you if it's in the game.
It's in the game. Speaking of college football coming out this summer,
I'm about to say, I know I'm about to be lit.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
I'm taking
that was like my favorite game of all time.
Yeah,
it's the only time Iowa is ever good. Hey, you can do like one. We're gonna have to do. I have to get a PS5, but it's that is the game that is making me get a PS5. But I would love I would do a dynasty with other people because I'm pretty sure
that'd be great.
Yeah. I'll be repping Iowa. It's gonna be a tough sledding for us.
No, I mean honestly, Iowa got a great defense. If you're the one doing all the offense, then it'll be fine. Because
recruiting's gonna be tough for the first couple of years, but we should get them in the back end. Upset you guys. Let's go, baby.
Are you gonna bring in Kimmich, or are you gonna let him go to somebody else?
That's a good one, Terry. That's what I'm talking about right there. Love that.
That's tough. I was gonna say, Ortega, don't boot it. Halan's right there, but Halan, you gotta.
But
move my
but
guy.
I need him to get up the pitch.
I know.
I
You need
appreciate
to
him
move.
dropping into that
Yes.
that
move.
TDM role, but man, get up the pitch. Let Rodri get there.
Right?
Oh.
He's trying to. Oh my god! Oh, get up, my
head
guy!
injury. This happened in the 3-3 match, bro. Fabian Scher, he got CTE, man. He get a concussion every game. Like I'm serious. He that's a bit much because he just got slapped. But anytime he's down holding his head,
Oh yeah, he just grazed his nose. But yes, you get nervous. I feel that though. It's like, oh damn, here it is again.
Oscar was not one of the people you saw warming up earlier.
Bob is coming on.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's also really funny when it's like Crunk is like, "Oh, we need to buy younger players," and y'all have the younger players.
It's not the same. Not the same.
It's not there.
Exactly what I said. This is what I deal with all the time, Elijah. What I deal with all the time.
Not the same. Musiala and Oscar Bob. I love Oscar Bob. They're not the same. I mean, Oscar Bob's close. I mean, he's 2 years. In 2 years, actually, he could probably be exactly what Musiala is. Yeah.
I said the same thing about Cole Palmer when in the summer when we were getting ready to get rid of him to pick up Daku. So I can't talk.
It was a win-win though. I feel like
everybody.
Daku's been good.
Everybody.
Palmer's been unreal for Chelsea this season. So
Palmer paid for Daku basically. I think it's like a $10 million difference or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but if you judge players on goals and assists, which that's not a way to judge them, but.
So you're saying Chelsea are the ones who got the steal in the deal?
I'm saying,
but also,
I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that their season, which is as bad as it is, without Cole Palmer, where would they be?
Yeah, I was about to say
man.
that's
Yikes.
he's definitely had the bigger impact.
It'd be scary times.
They fucking Everton out here because they can't shoot. Like I hate seeing a black man fail, but Nicholas Jackson is terrible.
He is not.
I don't even mind Nico Jackson. I'm sorry, bro, but I love Sterling, and his Chelsea downfall has been sad to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like sometimes people will like root for someone's downfall, but I'm just sad because it's like.
But see, here's the thing: it's sad, but it's the same Sterling. It's nothing different.
Yeah,
he just had more opportunities with City, so the goals would come. But this is what he's always been. Is like inaccurate, inefficient, in the box. Like it's inevitable.
These 1v1s where it's like him versus a keeper, and I'm like, dude, like you gotta convert.
Keeper wins 9.5 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Tarek, what time are you at?
I am 78:45.
I'm at 78:49.
I'm a whole 15 behind.
I'm 3 seconds behind Tarek.
I might just watch this on my phone. This is ridiculous. I'm tired of living in that. No, actually, it's a smart thing. Let me do that now. I can screencast it. Damn, technology.
Yeah, it is wild.
A long time ago.
Sure.
See, they just need to go ahead and take Rodri off. Get him off the pitch. It's pouring down rain.
Yeah.
Just get him off before, there's no need to.
Yeah, put him in a bad circumstance. Something bad can happen.
Yeah, Newcastle fans are saying they used to pray for times like this because Lewis Hall looks so much better on the ball than Dan Burn does.
Okay, I'm at 70-43, 44, 79, 45.
Okay.
So, yeah,
8 seconds now.
Yeah, you better.
Oh,
hey, I'll take that. Improvement. That's all we want in life. God.
That's all you
Oh,
can ask
chill.
for.
Ooh. Yeah, growth mindset over here. City pressing without fouling is like it's one of the smallest things we do, but it's one of the most important things.
Yeah.
We make you play the ball. We don't give you that free kick. And that's so many teams waste possessions doing that. So annoying. But that's why they ain't us.
Hate us because he ain't us.
Literally, a bunch of thugs. That's what the thugs do. They got to put your hands on.
Hey. See, back on the thug
I didn't say a name. I didn't say a name. You spelled that. I didn't say your name. I didn't call out Dan Byrne and Shar and Lascelles. I was just saying thugs. But if
Hey,
the shoe
okay, that's fair.
If the brass knuckles fit, you know.
Oh, see, that's wild. I was just gonna say the shoot, but
What's the one from the Spike Lee joint? Love, hate. That's y'all out here.
Oh,
bro, Holland was so unlucky.
Oh my God, Holland! What?
How did he even? What is happening?
How did he end up in front of that? Oh,
so many. He's like, I really want this goal. I want to at least make him make a save. He's
just like physically, just like bully ball. He kicked it off his butt.
Literally
while it's falling down.
Kicking him in the ass. God damn. My knee hurts. My ass hurts.
Kicking him while he's down.
Oh
wow.
Oh,
a bully.
It's got to be tiring playing City. Like, I'm tired watching it. I can't imagine having to chase it.
There's still 9 more minutes
for 25% possession. Like, go down.
And that's why I say you can't press us for that. You can't press us for an entire game. It's just too much. It's too physically taxing.
Yeah.
Teams that try to do that, you're just going to wear yourself down in just a matter of time.
Yeah, that's Klopp's genius. Is that it's so like poignant, and he knows exactly when to call it, versus like just saying all out.
And then
like,
he'll back off.
2 minutes here, 2 minutes here. After halftime, the storm is coming, because that was a hurricane at Anfield. I'm triggered thinking about it. They had us on our heels, man. Great ball, Kyle Walker.
It was not great.
It got right to Vardio. How was it not great?
I think he was talking about the way it sounded was funny, but he's talking about
I'm talking about Anfield.
Match,
yeah.
But it did sound funny the way he said it.
Yeah, I was like, damn, Kyle made a pass. Look at that. We got a clean sheet, Terry. We almost there, bro. Almost there.
Don't jinx it.
12 minutes left. I don't play football, so
looks like Newcastle are going to a back four now. Emil Kraft just came on for Botman, and it looks like he gave a directive to have Sharon Lascelles be the two center backs. So an interesting little wrinkle, as now Newcastle pretty much need to score at least one goal in the next 5 minutes to have an opportunity to make this interesting.
There will be space.
They are trying to get that man the ball. They are trying so hard to get him a goal, but
Oscar Bob feeds Salon better than anybody.
Oh, he's his international teammate too. So
they home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's his boy.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
But also, I think they have the same parlay that Charlie cooked up. So that's
literally get this man a shot on target, dog. It ain't happening for me. I've taken that L, and I'm okay. That's why you have college basketball to back you up. But damn,
I was gonna make an Ivy Tony joke here, but I don't think
always stay winning.
Well, I mean, you can make a Tonali joke. He's
on the that is appropriate.
Was his betting too?
Whoa! I forgot all about him.
I'm gonna say we have a
huge part of your season missing. Oh my god!
That's why I'm like Eddie gets the benefit of the doubt, because the son they paid all this money for just hasn't played this season.
The injuries, the betting.
Yeah,
the betting is crazy though.
It's real life out here, man. Trying to get out the mud. Yo, DC's about to get FanDuel. I can't wait. I'm gonna be at work playing so many bets, bro. What you doing, Mr. Williams? Trying to get this money, dog. Do your work. Leave me alone.
Trying to get this money.
The salary ain't enough. Need to fund this new City shirt. Like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
I want badges on all these shirts now. Let's go. Holland's just waiting.
Holland is funny. That dude,
Oh, did he twist on his own foot? What the hell?
he is weird.
He literally almost made himself fall.
He's playing with the sense of frustration that we don't see very often.
He really is like, I'm tired of getting my shot blocked.
I think the talk after the Liverpool match has got him like, I got to go out here and show something. And so he's playing. He's not playing bad. It's just that, you know, they've blocked quite a few shots, which is what, you know, really good defenders do. And you know, it is what it is. But I feel like he's pressing a little bit, trying to, I gotta get a goal. I gotta make up for Anfield.
Yeah. Elijah, did you catch Bruno with his hands down in the center circle on his knees? That man is gassed. He has put in a shift, man.
Yeah, I mean he always does. That's why that's one of the more frustrating parts about the last couple of weeks is that like Bruno and Anthony Gordon really they both have just been like carrying, and it seems like at times like no one else is interested in helping. And if they do, they immediately get like injured again. So it is what it is. But yeah, Bruno's been the shift. I mean, he was the only midfielder in the midfield for the entire first half because I forgot Longstaff and Willock were even on the pitch. So
I was going to call for this substitution, but
that's what we talked about before the match. Yo, we know our clubs, y'all. This is beautiful. Black men over here knowing footy.
Yeah.
Pat ourselves on the back.
Let's go. See Julian, and you know he's gonna want to score a goal. So,
well, I think his you know his ability. He's not physical as Holland, obviously. No one is, but he'll be able to get into really good positions with his speed.
Great tackle, Bruno. Oh, the hustle. He's the guy you want to root for. Just amazing.
Speaking of black fans, I don't know if y'all are familiar with Black Arrow FC, but they're like a creative sort of group, and they just put out or working on or put out a documentary that's like about Black Premier League fans and like showcasing their stories and like it's apparently a pretty cool project. So I got to tap into it. I'm not sure when exactly it comes out, but I'm seeing all the promo and stuff for it now, so it should be dope.
Thank you for that, Rick. Definitely check them out.
Yeah. I'll share it. I can. Yeah, I follow them. I'll send you guys the. Yeah, I can just do it. Yeah, they're great. Yeah, and I couldn't tell by the wording either.
Yeah, it feels like it's supposed to come out at some point. Because I feel like they would have put it somewhere, like they would have linked it somewhere if it was already out. But I think it's just they announced that it was happening, and it's already done. I just don't think it's been released yet.
Ooh, foul on Vardio. Oh, Phil. A little upset there, my boy.
I like that. You know, I mean, I would be frustrated too if you get 2-0 early in the match and it's still 2-0 this late into the match, especially with how we do struggle to keep clean sheets and stuff like that. Just makes things
great
difficult.
Play by Kanji.
Ooh, and then great pass by Vardiol on top of it.
Vardiol. Oh, baby. Come through, Bernardo. Come through. Okay, you're running out of space.
Final
my boy.
He ran into everybody.
Yeah, Phil should have laid it off there. It's okay.
Yeah, right. That's all right, I guess.
Yeah. Put in a shift. Yeah. It's definitely the 90th minute. No Sully's today for just Bernardo deflections. They're going to get a goal, man. The signs are there. Newcastle's not going down without a fight.
I don't think there's enough time.
Yeah.
It depends on what they give for extra time.
Yeah, because that was the thing in that Wolves match was they had like 9 minutes of extra time. Or something crazy like that.
There should be at least 5. I think 5 will happen with all the subs.
Yeah.
Because there haven't been goals.
Yeah, and in this half there wasn't any bookings or anything, so I don't know. It could be just like the 5 because of the subs.
3.
Yeah.
Like 5 is the standard now. Like,
did they all happen at once or?
Well, they did. They had 4, but it took a while. Yeah. Definitely stopped the game, son. We'll find out shortly. Elijah probably all he knows, and I'm just waiting.
I do know. Like you said, Elijah probably already knows, and it literally just popped up on the screen. I was like,
Yep, 3. Okay, OG 3. All right.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it. Let's get in and get out. 2-0 would be great.
I mean, also one thing we didn't even think about is that it's pouring down rain there. Like nobody wants to be there.
It did pick up. It did pick up. Yeah.
Like all the
Once I saw Pep put the hood on, I said, "Oh yeah, Pep ready to go." No more subs. I don't want to take any more time on this game. You boys figure it out.
Because even during the last sub, like Lewis Miley swapped his jersey like on the sideline. Like I saw him taking off his jersey and got a different a clean shirt.
And he just got on. Like,
that's
shit.
what I'm saying. I was like, I don't know if you can do that. I mean, you 17,
Damn, bro.
You just got on. You making big baller moves.
Jeez.
Yeah, let me see what everyone's saying now. I think now that it's over. Here's a great tweet. First one, playing City is so grim every time. They'll play their boring possession of football, do their cutbacks, and win every time unless the other team play literally the perfect game. Really hope they're relegated for their cheating eventually. So that's how some people in Newcastle feel.
And that's what I say. That's what people say. They just want us relegated to get us out of the way. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I respect that. Just say that though. Don't go to your cheats and all that stuff. No, bro, that's not it. Let's be real with yourself.
Yeah,
I respect it.
I will say, Newcastle fans feeling much more confident. There's now the new thing is figuring out what's the conspiracy that's not allowing Lewis Hall to play because he's looked so much better than Dan Burn did. So we'll see. I think the conspiracy is simply Eddie Howe likes Dan Burn a lot. I don't think there's there's not too much to think about.
Crazy, bro.
Crazy. I think the quicker that
chill with all these fouls.
Yeah.
Almiron.
Hey,
we need our players to be healthy. Chill. Game is over with, man. Chill.
Stepping on toes and shit. Bench player.
Wow. I mean, that's accurate. I already said it.
only
Jack Grealish sitting on the bench chuckling. Oh, Bob. Okay, Bob.
See, now Phil's on the ground.
Just literally playing with them.
Just stretch.
Kick it backwards. Just go to Ortega.
That doesn't make me excited.
We're good. He's fine. Just in pain. It's none of that. Let's go.
Cramps.
We move on.
Professional.
We move.
And to be fair, I think we played well, but we never, like you said, somebody said, we never scored a clean goal. It was deflections. Yeah. One is considered an own goal. To their credit, Newcastle didn't play bad. It's just going down 2-0 early.
It's tough.
You know, it's I feel like their approach to this match was let's keep it close, keep it tight, and we can nick one. Once that goes out the way, it's like, okay, now we got to try to play. It's probably not what's going to work for them. So
I will say, I feel like from a Newcastle perspective, the second half looked so much better than the first. Like, that reset, it felt it wasn't balanced, but it felt a little bit more like how some of the matches in the Prem have gone, where there's some chances for both sides, and you know, it's just kind of who's going to be finishing better. And 9 times out of 10, City have the better players, so you know they finish their chances, and that's that.
City only conceded 2 total shots. It's crazy. That's wild.
That not just shots on goals, just shots in general.
2 total shots, 1 shot on target that saved that Ortega made.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good defense.
All right. When is the draw? It's tomorrow, right? But like, is it
should
before?
Be after the match tomorrow? Yeah.
After? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to find out.
FA Cup draw. Immediate after. Please give us Coventry. I need that just to watch everyone melt down. Like we didn't draw who we had drawn for.
It's right after United Liverpool.
Yeah. Like if we draw Coventry, everyone's like, they're cheats. Like we legitimately just didn't pull Real Madrid and then potentially Arsenal, but Arsenal are Bayern
or Bayern for the second year in a row. It's
we're gonna.
We had the same effectively draw just with those two switched last year.
Mhm.
So it's like you can't really
I love
complain
it.
about our draws being easy or City always get the easy draw. It doesn't even make any sense. It's just ridiculous to say. But it doesn't stop. Doesn't stop.
We're ball number 4 in the draw tomorrow. Coventry City's 1. Liverpool will be number 2 because they will beat United, and Chelsea or Leicester City will be 3. Like, we're not even taking that as a serious contest. Like, no, United sucks.
Although, if they do, that's just one less trophy and no more quadruple for Klopp is on the way out the door and all that talk. So I
don't want them to get a break.
I would love it.
I don't
for
want them to
that.
get a break.
I'm
Yeah,
probably
that's
gonna
fair.
pull up to the homie Sunshine's watch along and root not for I'll root against United because I'm not going to root for Liverpool, so I'll just root against United.
Nah, I want both
Root for
teams to
goals.
lose, so I can't root for neither one of them. And there's
Well,
no
that's
way
what
I
I'm
could.
saying. I will
let's
root.
go to pins.
I will just laugh at United and ignore everything Liverpool does.
Yeah, that's
basically how it's.
Yeah, it sucks when you have those matches where you want both teams to lose, and that's just unfortunately not an option. Just
no. Can they both be miserable somehow? That's all I need. Yeah,
you're rooting for the match to be canceled, and they both be disqualified for cheating. Root for that.
Logic out the window. But all right, final thoughts before we get out of here.
No, I'll just say big thanks to everybody that jumped on.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
Namely Elijah coming back.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
always,
thank you. Yeah,
always down to hang out. It's always good conversation. Y'all ask some really insightful questions that I feel like I don't get to speak on all the time. So, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, fellas.
Yes, sir. And all our social media stuff is scrolling on the bottom. Follow us on those. Elijah, please plug yourself. Let people know how they can find you.
You can follow me on the Twitters at Elijah New, like somebody you used. Wait, KNEW, I guess is the way to do it. Yeah, but then I was like, that doesn't work because it's no and not new. So either way, but yeah, Elijah New. And then check out the content we're popping out Coming Home Newcastle at Coming Home in UFC on Twitter at CHN_radio if you want to stay tapped in. But yeah, always a pleasure, fellas.
All right. Well, we record a new episode Sunday night. We will see you then, and we have a bunch of fun shows this coming next week, but we'll talk about that then. Come on, City. In the stream.